All right, let's do that. Hey, Scott, how's it going, man? All right. Well, guys, we can start with some science news, some show notes we didn't get through yesterday. The WHO has some news. And RFK has some news. But first, the WHO met at the UN. So this is an interesting thing what they're talking about here. It says maybe Sponge, we'll see. All right, so this is from September 26th. World leaders show strong support for political declaration on non-communicable diseases. Okay, so what is a non-communicable disease? They are ones that are not passed from person to person. So non-communicable diseases would include things like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, chronic respiratory diseases, and they can't be passed from person to person. So, what does that mean? And declaration on non-communicable diseases and mental health. So, world leaders have expressed, this is from the WHO. World leaders have expressed overwhelming support for the text of the first United Nations Global Political Declaration on responding to non-communicable diseases and mental health in an integrated manner. The declaration, negotiated during a 5-month intergovernmental process, will be considered at the 80th session of the General Assembly for the final approval in October 2025. The heads of state and government and ministers of health met yesterday at the 4th UN General Assembly high-level meeting on non-communicable diseases and mental health. NCDs, including cardiovascular and lung diseases, cancer, and diabetes, are the leading cause of death worldwide, claiming at least 43 million lives in 2021, including 18 million people under the age of 70. 4 in 5, 82% of these premature deaths occur in low and middle-income countries. Mental health conditions affect over 1 billion people globally. NCDs are increasing in every country, affecting every community, making them an urgent issue for public health, productivity, and sustainable economic growth. The political declaration under consideration is titled, quote, Equity and Integration, Transforming Lives and Livelihoods Through Leadership and Action on Non-Communicable Diseases and the Promotion of Mental Health and Well-Being. Sounds like a good deal. I think that sounds good, guys. It integrates lessons from the COVID-19 pandemic and responds to new global challenges by broadening the set of NCDs areas to include oral health, lung health, childhood cancer, liver disease, kidney disease, and rare diseases, expanding environmental detriments, including air pollution, clean cooking, lead exposure, and hazardous chemicals, and recognizing the evolving risk of digital harms from social media exposure, excessive screen time, harmful content, and risks of mis- and disinformation. Damn, guys, this is pretty good. I mean, how could anyone be against this? It also contains a sharper regulatory focus on e-cigarettes, novel tobacco products, unhealthy food marketing to children, front to back labeling, and the elimination of trans fats. Man, those are all stuff that even RFK would get behind, right? That's all the unhealthy food marketing. Its commitments include the experiences and the needs of people, including the NCDs and mental health conditions, climate vulnerable populations, small island developing nations, and those in humanitarian settings. All right. Same day. Next news article, guys. RFK Jr. rejects a UN declaration on non-communicable diseases. You read that right. He is against it. How in the world? Number one way that people die. Hi, Ashley. The number one way that people die in the world, including food, and these are all environmental things that he I remember he was like this whole, that's what they all say, he's this environmental lawyer, he's looking out for the rest of us, right? He's looking out for us, he's the hero that we need, right? Allison Cox was in the room on Thursday when U.S. Health and Human Services Robert F. Kennedy took the mic and proceeded to throw a monkey wrench into the path of a highly anticipated UN political declaration of non-communicable diseases. RFK Jr. said the U.S. would reject it. It's a massive disappointment to hear a government step away, says Cox, the policy director of the NCD Alliance, a global advocacy group. The declaration that was being considered at the UN General Assembly in New York is the culmination of years of work and 5 months of formal negotiations between governments, health experts, and members of civil society. It lays out a roadmap for preventing and controlling non-communicable diseases. Oh, weird. There we go. Now we're back. Weird. Like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, cancer, and promoting mental health. RFK Jr. started his remarks by saying how much he cares about addressing chronic diseases. What? And then proceeded to object to the UN declaration, saying, quote, the United States will walk away from the declaration, but we will never walk away from the world of our commitment to end chronic disease. What? Like, what is he talking about? Hi, Julie. I know, I did see that, Ashley. The med bed thing is so ridiculous. It's crazy. Quote, it exceeds the UN's proper role while ignoring the most pressing health issues, he added, end quote, although he did not elaborate on what issues he had in mind. HHS did not respond to questions NPR sent requesting an explanation. He did say that the Trump administration has concerns about promoting radical gender ideology and abortion. What? What are you talking about? However, the UN declaration does not address reproductive rights or issues of gender identity. Exactly. It does nothing to do with it. Instead, the focus is on 43 million people who die globally each year from non-communicable diseases, including strokes and lung disease. Of that number, 18 million die before their 70th birthday, and more than 80% of those premature deaths happen in low and middle income countries. Oh, that's just the WHO thing that we just read. The best news source is always the original document, Sponge. You just want to go to, you hear about a report, you go to the report. Like last night, I saw like something on my news.google.com about a CDC report. So you just Google CDC report and that title, and then you find the actual, the news report, and then that's it. I mean, Apple News is going to give you a good sense of a big event that's happening. And then I just like read titles until I see that there's something that's come out that you can actually have a good, like a report or some original documentation about. And then you can just read that report. So that's always the best way to do it. Nice, Sponge. Yeah. Just read actual primary stuff, guys. Don't go anything else. Hi, Maiden. How's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, I just read papers and indictments. Like when the Comey indictment came out, ask yourself, what did you do? Where did you go? You should have just read the Comey indictment. Unironically, Ashley, like you should be reading the executive orders that come out, and you should talk about go to them. We're talking about, he asked me what's my favorite news source, and I said I like to go to like news.google.com just to like see if like a major event's coming out, and then if I see a headline about a report, then I just read the report. So you just the Comey indictment. I saw that the Comey indictment had happened, so I just Googled Comey indictment PDF, and then boom, just do that. Would I be? You should definitely get the flu vaccine, man. We were just reading about the thing yesterday was the CDC report that a lot of people are dying from influenza this year, and a lot of young, healthy kids are dying specifically. So, yeah, I would definitely get it. It's especially this year. Even RFK is recommending you get a flu vaccine this year. So, and someone had mentioned someone had mentioned in a video, RFK actually endorsed the MMR vaccine too because of the rise in measles. He said that it was good to have too. Sponge, that's just like a misconception on what evolution is. Yeah. Yeah, I am a doctor. I'm not a physician, I'm a scientist. Tylenol is fine. Yeah, Ashley. Yeah, exactly. I mean, because a lot of them, because they're they don't believe in viruses. They don't think that viruses exist, Sponge. They don't accept germ theory. So people don't think that viruses are real. So they think that there's no disease that you're being protected from, and that it's only the vaccine side effects are real. So exactly, MB. Yeah. I'm not a physician, so I have no idea. I mean, Jax, you got to ask them why and why did they believe the denial? You know what I mean? You have to know more than that. You have to ask more than that. You know, if it's a lab leak thing, if it's like a trust in the government's numbers thing, if it's there's a lot of different things. I have no idea, Julie. I'm not a physician. I'm a microbiologist. I've been doing molecular biology for 16 years in the lab. Like molecular biology, genetics, cell biology, microbiology, chemical engineering. That's like my fields. Oh, dang. Thank you, Dr. T. Exactly. Yep, genetics. Okay, the Jackson, you have to ask what do you believe what do you believe the government for? You know, then you have to ask them, what do you believe the government for? Why do you trust the government there? And why don't you trust them there now with the COVID-19 stuff? I agree, Sophie. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Fauci really didn't do anything wrong. It's not doing good, Sponge. It's about like 1 to 3% in populations like that they normally are. So it's really bad. Donna, yeah, I think that you could. Yeah, there's a lot of problems that could be attributed to that. You know, if you're spiking a temperature all the time when you're pregnant, you should be going to your physician. Yeah, yeah, food. Yeah, a lot of people and be like would be asking for the COVID shot just before they get the respirator pushed down their throats. It's crazy. I have no idea, Jane. I don't know. Epigenetics is epigenetics is real. What's your question? What's really gotten bad RL cells? Yeah, I mean, I agree, Donna, but I'm just saying if it's happening, then you gotta go to your physician. You gotta go to the OBGYN. And if you take it in small amounts, then I'm sure it's gonna be fine. But you know, constantly taking it is a sign of something bigger that's probably happening. And then go to your OBGYN and get proper guidance on it. What's the biggest threat to science in the USA? Trump, for sure, 100%. Oh, Kimberly, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, thank you for your service. Like genuinely, thank you for what you did. I know that a lot of people downplay it, but I recognize it and I appreciate what you did. No, Paula, you got to take some meds during pregnancy. I mean, that's when you take folic acid, you want to take supplements. That doesn't make any sense. That going all natural and holistic is how you had like 50% of mothers dying from childbirth. So you don't want to go all natural and holistic for possibly the scariest, most intense medical procedure you're ever going to have. I went over that yesterday, Sponge. We did a whole like first hour on Christian atheism. Supplements are drugs, Paula. That's the whole point. You're taking specific drugs. That is literally what they are. Oh, thanks. Let's discuss. Yeah, thank you. That's what I try to do. Heather, I'm not a physician. Totally agree, Kimberly. They think that we're the exact same. It's so funny because that they don't understand that science is different in a worldwide institution, that we don't get paid by big pharma to do our tests and everything like that. It's crazy. What a nod to Trump. Okay, Amy, that's fine. I mean, you're completely wrong in what your occult lies, pseudoscience, BS, like nobody actually benefits from, and even Trump himself actually doesn't trust his life with none of your green tea matcha nonsense. So, when it came down to it, he trusted science and monoclonal antibodies, not ivermectin on his tum tum. Yeah, where do you think, Paula? How do you think vitamins are made in big vats in the same process that a lot of pharmaceuticals are made? Democracy and science are aligned in the fact that like views are important and dissenting voices are debated. So it does align really well. Yeah, Paula, that's just nonsense. No, Mel Wells. Yeah, people corrected me on this one. No, folic acid is the synthetic one that actually lasts longer and it actually is better for you. That's what we recommend. It's folic acid. I just pick on it. I pick on it, Bill Z, because it's like that's always what the naturopaths like charge. You basically get charged $100 a month just to have like some green tea delivered to you, and it's supposed to be like a cure all nonsense, and it's just crazy to me. So yeah, but I mean, and I don't care about if you take green tea. That's fine. You can have all the green tea you want, but it's not going to cure your cancer or going to prevent you from having that stuff. Exactly, Ashley. Yeah, they all do. Oh, cool, Mel. That's awesome. Yeah, it's just because you hadn't. I mean, natural birth is without that's different than having a home birth, which is different, which is the most scary thing that you can do. So, I mean, you can have without pain meds for your birth and still have it inside of a hospital, inside of a birthing center if you want to have it water based or however you want to have it. But just have it at a hospital or in a birthing center. That's how you best care for you and your child. What can we do for cancer research? Fund it. It's all being cut right now. So it's like, so yeah, I mean, it's being completely gutted right now. So it sucks. Oh, that's sorry, Jenna. I'm sorry about that. No, I haven't, Donna. Yeah, Mel Wells. That yeah, it's yeah. It natural births outside, and like if you're having a home birth, it is insanely dangerous, and you should not have a home birth. So it yeah, that is incredibly dangerous for you and the baby. Yep, Stormy, exactly. When you have something wrong with the birth, it's like seconds matter. Okay? And what you're calling and you're having some, you know, some ambulance that's going to take you to the hospital that's 20 minutes away. I mean, even with a doula that used to be a nurse that's being bought out and grifting, you're risking the life of you and the child. It's incredibly reckless. Yeah, Paul, that's awesome. Yeah, you can have natural deliveries in the hospital, no problem. Exactly. So there's no reason to risk it with a home birth. That's what I'm talking about. It's just the home birth that is the most scary, most dangerous way of doing it. Yeah, Jax, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It happens all the time. Yeah, that's fine, Ashley. There's no shame. I don't know, Kimberly. I think that people want to go. It's the same, like, I don't need the medical community. I can do what I want kind of crowd, and it's harming themselves and their babies. I think it's super selfish. Yeah, Donna, exactly. There's birthing centers that have, everything in there. There's no reason to risk a home birth. It's incredibly reckless. Yeah, Stormy. I mean, there are birthing centers inside hospitals now, so you can even all that stuff that you would want, you can just have it inside of a hospital. There's no reason. Exactly, Donna. Donna's the same thing. Are we to trust the medical community? The medical community was the most right during COVID, guys. It was your comedians that you trusted with medical information that were wrong at every single step. That is the idea. Um, these comedians that somehow became medical experts overnight, that somehow knew more about virology than virologists, or knew more about genetics than population geneticists, all steered you wrong and were wrong the entire time on everything during COVID. You can do a home birth with a doula, but the doula isn't going to do anything. You're kind of missing the whole point now. That isn't what we're talking about. Even with the doula, even with the midwife, they're not going to be able to crash C-section you and deliver the baby within 5 minutes. And you're gonna deprive your baby of oxygen when it needs it the most, and you're gonna cause brain damage for the child. Yeah, now that's dangerous disinformation. You're just wrong, and you're hurting people by saying that. My specialty is microbiology. Exactly, Stormy. Exactly. People are like reality television stars and comedians are the medical professionals people trust now. No, no, I wouldn't, Sponge. I don't think natural food is any better than genetically modified food. No, there's no study to support that. Exactly, Heather. Our firstborn had that same problem. Exactly. Dr. Malone is a joke and McCullough is an idiot. So these guys they're jokes. They are my peers and I am calling them morons. So there you go. They have no idea what they're talking about. I'm the grifter. Dr. Malone literally redid his entire career because of he was failing so much. So I wouldn't I wouldn't say I'm the grifter. Gatekeeping. I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm literally giving you good medical advice on how to keep yourself and your baby safe. So you can be mad about it, but I don't care about how you are offended. Facts don't care about your feelings. Get over it. No, he did not create the technology, user. You have no idea what you're talking about. I know these people, Keo. These people. You are very offended. You're crying. So you're cry bullying right now, and I don't care. No, Sponge, you can. I mean, but I don't think that I don't think that you know um I don't think that our food is poison innately. I don't think that that's true. Hi, rumpled foreskin. How's it going? Oh, interesting, Renee. Okay. Okay, now. Yeah, that's it. We're definitely going back to that in order to have all our medical takes. Yeah, women have been having births outside of medical centers and outside of hospitals for centuries. Actually, longer because humans are a lot, a lot, been around for a lot longer than centuries. Actually, hundreds of thousands of years. And the problem is that half of women died, more than half probably, died of having a child during childbirth. So if you want to take us back to the age of um the life expectancy being 30 to 35, and you want to talk about women and more women dying in birth, then follow noun, guys. Follow noun. No, that's not true, noun. That's nonsense. Again, medical institutions are helpful but not the golden standard. Like, what is yours? What is yours? What's your golden standard? Some grifter that's gonna charge you $5,000 for a doula? Like, get out of here. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're embarrassing. We're one of the worst countries in the world for like mortality during childbirth. Do you really think it's because we are too medical? You really think that we are? It's because of people touting this this nonsense about home births. That's the reason. It increases our rates. I do advocate for vaccines. Vaccines are safe and effective. All vaccines. You should get your yearly booster and you should get your yearly flu vaccine, especially this one. This year, the flu is so bad and kids are dying from it at such a rate that even RFK is recommending the flu vaccine for people this year, for kids this year, 6 months and above. So if you have a problem with 6-month-olds getting a flu vaccine, email RFK, email your boy, because that's what he's saying. Exactly, mean. Exactly. I mean, it's so obvious. It blows my mind that it has to even be repeated. It's the lack of access to affordable healthcare. Like, come on. Jax, I think that doulas and midwives and stuff can be a good resource. They could be kind of like a coach during the process, for sure. But they are not a step in for a medical professional in the time that you need it the most. So, yeah, Donna, it's disinformation. It's disinformation that's specifically spouted and pushed by Russia and bots and everything. Yeah, Stormy, he is. He actually did. The CDC and RFK recommended the flu vaccine this year. Marissa, we're talking about home births again. We got onto home births, and now that that does happen, and I agree with you. There is a systemic problem with Black women not recognizing, and Black people in general, their pain tolerance is not recognized and not seen as from medical professionals. I think that does exist. Okay, well, that doesn't mean that Black people should be inherently um, less taking of medical services. That we should help support them and say that you know that they deserve the same healthcare and that everyone else gets. Oh, user, should I get my white lab coat? Is that what we should do? Would that make you feel better? I agree, Marissa. I agree. I think we have to recognize the historic problems. Obviously, right? They did happen. The first cesarean section was, on a Black woman. It's atrocious, the history that has happened, but that doesn't mean that every single issue on every single thing has to go back to that historical perspective. And I think that is like, that is a burden, that we have to give to the Black community to keep carrying that if we keep bringing it up like that. And it's just not true. Okay, now, all right. Of course, Sponge. Yeah, they're specifically using their power move right now in Trump to defund the entire institution of science. I mean, of course they are. Hey, Mimi, welcome in. Exactly, Jax. Exactly. Sponge, I don't like political labels, man. I just like, just I'd rather just deal with issue by issue and not have to carry anyone's banner. I think that, I mean, no, it's fine. No, that's cool. It's a good question. I feel like it's really tough, man. I think that we can like pigeonhole ourselves in the United States, and we want to be so just like uh, um, tied down to words and to labels, and I think that it undermines a lot of learning and stuff that we can do. So I don't like to just like, because people come in here all the time. I mean, but I'll tell you like who I voted for. Right? I mean, I'll tell you I voted for Biden. I've never voted for a Republican in my life. I mean, like, I'm open and honest with that though. What? What? Really? SLC door? Really? That's crazy. That's awful, Ducre. Yeah. Yeah, Pink. Exactly. I would. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a. I don't want to hold anyone's banner. You know what I mean? I just want to do my own thing, and then like align when I align. But I do think that the Republicans are a national security threat, and I think that the Democrats are better, like genuinely, because they're trying to solve problems. Hey, Hoodlum, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Uh,
Um, can you guys can you one more time, dude? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Can you guys
check,
hear?
check, 1, 2.
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh, thank you. Sorry about that. I had the wrong things plugged in. Go ahead. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
All right. So, um, do you think that medicine should be a universal language?
What do you mean by that? A universal language?
Yeah. So, like, it shouldn't matter, like, what party or position or country or like none of it should matter, right? Like human beings are the same, are they not?
Yeah, I would want everyone to get the same medical treatment that my mom would get.
Would that be good treatment that your mom got? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, do you think that my mom would get good treatment? I mean, I would hope.
I
I would
would
hope
hope
so.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, do you think that right now we're in a crossroads, whereas information is filtered through certain colored glasses?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think that there is like any real. Just honestly, the only disinformation traps that I've seen are scientists speaking out against conspiracies. I have like several scientist friends and myself that have gotten um, like warnings and kicks and strikes on TikTok for debunking and addressing conspiracies head on, while the
Mm.
app is riddled with false misinformation, straight disinformation AI videos. But scientists that are actually doing the hard work of actually combating this actually are getting the strikes and pushed off.
Mhm. So, would it potentially be the fact that, like, clear, decisive information coming from an accredited source isn't getting pushed out to the masses? So, therefore, people have a void that they're trying to fill, and therein lies the problem with what some could be considered misinformation?
Yeah, I think that science hasn't done a good job historically reaching out and like trying to fill that gap. I mean, that's why I started doing science communication in 2021, and that's what I'm trying to do here. So I do think that there's a problem.
Okay. We can agree on that.
Hmm.
Could you also maybe agree with the fact that, you know, the science and the scientists are potentially two separate things?
Yeah, and science communicators are it's a different types of job and requirements and capabilities of being a lecturer, like a professor, versus a scientist versus a science communicator. So
Mm,
it's tough. Yeah, it is tough.
okay. Now, coming out of 2021, we had a lot of people that had voices. We had a lot of agencies that had voices. And some of those agencies, some of those voices, you know, communicated things that weren't necessarily science. I mean, I hope we can both agree on that. Yes.
I mean, if you're trying to say that the CDC wasn't communicating silence, what happened was he the CDC was squelched by Trump multiple times on like how they were going to enact several policies, and how they were going to talk about it. So Fauci wasn't the ultimate person that was making any of the key decisions. It was obviously going through Trump, and Trump was tampering down on things that they wanted to do.
Well, in 2021, Trump was not in office.
Okay. Okay. I
Right.
mean, okay. So I'm sorry, repeat your question there. I thought you were talking about 2020.
No, 2021.
Okay. So
Right.
your question was people were so are you talking about like the Twitter files? Do you think that they were coordinating? Is that what you're getting into?
Well, I'm just there's a reason. There has to be a reason why people would go towards a conspiratorial idea or perspective, and my position is that it's void of information, right? So, I mean, we can look at that with even like the CK situation right now, like all these different versions of what people think happened because we don't have uh, an official narrative that makes sense to a lot of people, right? So people obviously are drawn to making some kind of sense out of the crazy world that we live in. And I think that when we look at science and medicine specifically, and that information came out of, places where people had trust in the institution, sometimes in the person, right? Based on experience, professional history, things of that nature. But at the same time, like we now, we're in the back seat. We're, hindsight's always 2020, right? So, like, how do we? Sorry, I got a call there. How do we combat, the possibility that credibility has been lost? How do we do that?
I mean, I don't think that okay, so I think that the misinformation is that science credibility has been lost. I don't think that it has. I think that the conspiracy people were wrong at every step of the way along during the pandemic. Um, that's one. Like for every single step for that it didn't exist, that it wasn't out of China, that it had that Trump was saying that it wasn't even a thing for the longest time, or that there was going to be um, hydroxychloroquine or ivermectin were treatments, or um, just a laundry list of things. Mass dying that would happen after 6 months from these vaccines, after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years, all incorrect. So even Trump himself, when he did get COVID, he trusted science and got the monoclonal antibody treatments, along with Joe Rogan too, by the way. I mean, we're talking those treatments are tens of thousands of dollars. So, I mean, they're very, very expensive. So, and they're more experimental than the vaccine. So, I don't think that there has been maybe the public has, but I don't think science as an institution has been frayed. So I think it's a misinformation campaign, but pushed by these AI algorithms, because conspiracies are easier to understand than complex science topics. So, like, for example, it's a lot easier to believe that the lab leak conspiracy that has no scientific basis whatsoever than it is to understand molecular biology, population genetics, virology, all those complex topics. So it's just easier to think, oh yeah, it just leaked from the lab. And that's basically pushed by these AI algorithms into people that Russia sows the discord of, and they love creating fractures within our society, and people bought it, unfortunately.
So, when I look back at history during this time, I don't recall any of these messages coming from these other sources that you just referenced when it came to having the same perspective as the polio vaccine, for example. The eradication of polio by vaccine was that you couldn't get polio because you got it, right? And this idea that was not from the sources that you just referenced, stating that if you were to get said thing, then you couldn't get it. But that quickly was found to be not true. And this is the kind of credibility that I'm referencing, not so much focusing on the conspiratorial aspect of it, but the official narrative that if you took it, you couldn't get it, right?
Yeah, that's
Like,
just
that's
again.
important.
No, that again, this is just misinformation peddlers that are misinforming that was how it was. I mean, during a pandemic, you're never going to be able to completely have an eradicating vaccine. That's not how virology works. That's not how epidemiology works. We know that. But you can have a vaccine that is strong enough that you can have antibodies that are large enough to actually lower your viral load and spread less of the viral load onto other people, which means that you can stop the spread happening further than it would. So it does have a big impact. And the problem is that you had conspiracy theorists and misinformation peddlers saying, "Oh my gosh, you can still get sick with COVID, so then it's not worth getting at all." And you guys said that you were lying, and that nobody ever lied. about it. It was just that people said that science said that when nobody said that.
So, if I understand you correctly, you're saying that that was never part of the official narrative that came out, that this was going to prevent people from getting it. Is that what I'm hearing?
It could prevent you from getting COVID-19. You know, you could have you can have SARS-CoV-2 positive and not develop COVID-19 by keeping your viral load low and not developing into like COVID-19 symptoms. So absolutely, you could not develop it from it.
So was this one of the reasons why people were threatened to like lose their jobs because of the fact that they weren't going to do said thing?
No, it's because a healthcare worker that doesn't understand or follow medical science shouldn't be a healthcare worker.
Are you familiar with the case? Are you familiar with the case out of Texas that just got ruled on about this?
What is it?
It's about how healthcare workers lost their job because, for whatever personal reasons, they chose not to do that.
Yeah.
And the court found that that was not a lawful thing to do.
Okay, we can read it. I disagree with the courts, and I think that they're wrong. So whatever.
Okay, so do you think that
what is the Texas healthcare worker court decision? Is that what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a PhD in microbiology. I'm not going to just have like all my knowledge dissolved just because some like lawyers decided this and thought that that's what it should be. You know what I mean?
But I mean, we have a degradation of trust. Then we have something that didn't necessarily do what they said that it was going to do. And then you potentially made people so they couldn't provide for their families.
No,
if they didn't go along with that, right?
Yeah, because it's because a healthcare worker that's deciding which parts of medicine they think is legit is a very scary thing, and you don't want that as a healthcare worker. The insurance company doesn't want to pay a hospital to have a bunch of people in there that are just choosing what they want to administer at any given time. So that's incredibly dangerous, and you could hurt someone. So if they're not listening to vaccine science one day, what about they don't believe in germ theory the next and they stop washing their hands?
But that's not what we're talking about.
What if it is? I know. And guess what? That's
what ifing here.
No, that is exactly what we're doing because that's what the law is. Law is what ifs. That's the whole point of the law. Because why would we have a murder statute if we think, hey, whoa, dude, nobody's murdered anyone yet. What if someone does murder someone? Whoa. We're not just going to say, what if we murder someone again? Bro, slow down. The entire law, that is what ifs. So yes, of course we are. And that's what I'm telling you. The reality is that an insurance company and as administrators of a hospital, you need people to be following exact orders on what you need to do. And guess what? Healthcare administrators and healthcare workers are already mandatory to get the vaccine already. They're mandatory to get the flu vaccine. So this is just nonsense, man.
So you don't think that people have agency then? You don't believe in agency?
Healthcare workers, they have not in healthcare workers, not in if you're
let's hold on. Wait a minute. You're removing a very critical part of my question. Okay. I don't care what a person does for a living. They're a person.
I do.
Just like you,
yeah, that's
and
wrong.
Just like me,
no, that's
and
wrong.
just like anyone else.
No, that's
right?
wrong.
They have agency.
They have the agency to not choose a healthcare job if they don't want to follow healthcare guidelines. Very simple. Next. Yeah.
Oh, so
are they chosen? Wait. Or are you forced? Wait. Is this China? Are you forced into your positions? Are you forced to be a healthcare worker in this United States?
Well, the last time I checked, they were healthcare workers before this incident.
Okay, so they chose. So they chose to be a healthcare worker.
No, sir. No, sir. You're putting the cart before the horse. And
So
then
they chose to be
justifying
their
what the
form.
horse does.
And before the pandemic, they were mandatory to get the flu vaccine, and they got every year. And where was the lawsuit against flu vaccines? What was that
Yeah,
one? What's
but-
the citation there?
But
What was the citation on the flu vaccine mandatory ruling? Because you care so much about your personal liberty freedom. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of court cases now about how they don't want to.
That's
Oh, it doesn't
Sir,
exist because it's bullshit, and you're just creating something. And this
was
is
the
a red
flu
herring.
vaccine experimental?
At one point, it was, and a lot of people actually do. There's
but
one
that's-
dude. Guess what? There's one guy
No.
in chat right now that literally thinks that he thinks that the flu vaccine is. He thinks that what you're saying is you're pushing something on him that you shouldn't. So you're actually pushing harm on him. If I got him in here, he would chew you out, bro. How dare you? So it seems like we have to make decisions, huh? We have to make decisions based off of how people are being, exposure, right? Public health. That's what it's called.
At the expense of what?
That is the calculation, right? Personal liberty versus public health. And public health
Okay.
is always going to
So
win
let me-
out when you're talking about someone that is young and healthy that can take the risk of a vaccine versus the actual risk during a pandemic of a known COVID-19 disease and the flu and the vaccine there.
Let me ask you. You're comparing a very established, well-used, seasonal flu vaccine versus an experimental new medicine that's never been used before. That's number one.
Not true.
And
Again, more information, misinformation. That's not right.
mRNA technology has been used in vaccines before.
Yeah, cancer treatments, personalized cancer treatments.
Okay,
yeah.
no. I said specifically in vaccines before.
It's created nucleotides and created proteins inside of it. It wasn't It wasn't
Okay,
ran out as vax.
Can you just answer my question, yes or no?
It's no. You said it hadn't been used before, and I'm saying that it was
vaccines.
used. It was used. It was used as a gene therapy. Was it used as a vaccine? No, but it had been used before, and it had been going through all the treatments, and it went through all of the treatments for all the stages of vaccine approval that all the FDA approved drugs do go through.
No, actually, there was a ton of exceptions.
Nope, that's wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, and so this is again. So this is the misinformation,
Greg,
and this is the thing
Greg,
is no.
Greg,
Listen, this is the thing is
you're
that
lying, Greg.
no, I'm not. And this is the
You
problem.
are.
In 2020 and 2021, science would have kowtowed to you and fucking slurped your like dribbling misinformation coming out of your mouth. But I'm fucking sick of it, and I am sick of like people not being able to push back against people like you, and I don't accept it anymore.
Oh,
So
yeah.
deal with it. I don't
So
care that
can
you're.
you-
I
can
don't
you
care.
explain to me-
I don't care that you're offended.
No.
I don't care that you're offended. I don't care.
You're a snake
Deal with
oil
it.
salesman.
No,
is what
no,
you
I'm
are.
not. No, I'm exactly.
Yeah,
And
you
this
are.
is why this channel exists, and this is why people are here because they're absolutely sick of this shit. So
Yeah,
that's
I would
wrong.
agree. We're sick of it. That's for sure.
You're sick of
Can
it.
you-
You're literally the head of the FDA, the HHS, the CDC right now, brother. You can do whatever you want. So like you're sick. You won the
you
won
explain to me-
the election,
Hold
and
on.
now you're sick of it.
Hold on. Why don't you explain to me lowering the curve? 14 days. Explain.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Explain to the class what that means, sir. Go ahead.
I don't know what was Trump saying. I mean, Trump did it.
No.
What is-
That's your boy.
that's Trump.
You know. That's your
Trump.
boy.
That's Trump.
No.
That was Trump's
no,
thing. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You
Greg,
don't think Trump? Wait,
you
Trump
are-
wasn't Trump wasn't the president in 2020?
Yeah. 2 weeks.
He was.
lower.
Yeah.
Lowering the curve. What did that mean?
Yeah. I don't know
Mr.
what.
science guy.
I mean, Trump. That was Trump's idea. So what did he? What did it mean?
Oh no! You keep politics out of your mouth. Answer the fucking question. Greg.
I know it's so hard for people to realize that like Trump was the president in 2020. That is like another big thing that.
Politics out of your mouth and just answer the
I
science
don't think
question.
so. No, that's
Science
what
guy.
your boy. That's what your boy is talking about. So
Come on,
what did Trump
science
say?
guy.
What did
Come
what did-
on there, biologist, viral biologist. Answer the fucking question.
No. I mean, it's Trump's own directive. So
I'm not
he
gonna answer the
obviously Trump
question.
as the POTUS, the big bad POTUS, he would give a clear directive on what it meant. So here you go. I would love for you to go ahead.
You, sir, are a fucking clown.
Thank you.
And you, sir, are part of the problem.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's why people don't trust medicine
Thank
anymore.
you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're so
Because
mad.
you can't answer a simple question.
You're crashing out, bro. You're crashing
I'm
out.
not crashing out.
You're crashing out. You're crashing out.
Okay, buddy.
You're crashing
Answer
out.
my question. Go ahead.
What's that?
What does that mean?
God, sorry. I'm sorry. That was, dude, your mic's coming in a little hot there. Is that all right?
Viral biologist. What does lowering the curve
Jeez,
mean?
dude, are you all right
Go
over there?
ahead. Oh, I'm great.
Yeah, it sounds like it. You're really going. You're really going tonight. Are you okay?
You know, this is exactly what happened the last time we spoke. You ran like a little bitch then too.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't like the
ran
pushback.
Like a little bitch
I'm
then
not,
too,
bro.
buddy.
I'm not running. I'm literally like right here,
Answer
and
the
we're
question,
talking
then.
about it. Like,
Answer the question.
you're trying. What? Like, it's trying to stop the exponential growth of the viral population and community spread. Like, what?
And did it work?
Well, no, because Trump waited.
Exactly.
Well, because Trump waited 4 months in order to do it. That's the whole point.
You're
like,
a fucking ass clown.
But
Just
Trump
like
was the
the rest of
president.
them.
Trump was the president in
You're like
2020.
Fauci
Trump was the president in
5.0.
2020.
I hope
Trump
you
was the
have
president in
fucking-
2020.
I hope
Trump
you
was the
have
president in
life
2020. You
fucking
okay, dude?
deserve,
Trump was the
buddy.
president in 2020.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
okay?
You're a fucking con
Trump,
man, bro.
Trump was the president in 2020. Is that okay? Are you so mad about that?
Yeah, he's the president again because of people like you.
Oh, poor baby. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry that you have to be accountable to the president's actions. I'm so sorry
So
about that.
where are you doing all your research at? What college?
Why would you want to know? Why would you care?
Answer the question.
Why would you care? Why would you know? Why would you want to know?
Is it?
Do you want to come? Do you want to come? You want to bootlick me?
Is it
that what-
Virginia Tech?
Oh,
Is it
how'd you know?
Virginia Tech?
How'd you know?
I'm just asking.
Oh my God. How'd you know?
Is it?
Don't do anything,
is
okay?
It in Pittsburgh?
Don't do anything.
Is it in Pittsburgh?
Don't do anything.
Pittsburgh University?
Oh God, don't do anything, okay? Just leave me
No,
alone.
I'm just asking.
Just leave me
If-
alone.
If you are so
God.
confident in what you have to say,
Oh, God.
tell the people where you do your work.
I mean, I just play one on TV, dude. I'm not a real doctor. I'm all lying. Oh God, please.
Just stand on your own fucking
I-
shit, bro.
I know. I don't publish any of my work for this whole thing. I'm so scared. I'm so scared of people like you. You're so powerful. Please, please. Oh God.
Well,
I
why
don't-
can't you just be upfront?
Because I can't. You're so powerful, and you're so smart, and you're so strong, and I'm just little scientist boy. Please, please, please.
Are you done pontificating?
Are you done being a bitch?
I'm not being a bitch. I'm just telling
That sounds
you
like you're a big pussy, bro.
exactly what you need to hear today.
I don't think so. I think that I'm.
Why is that?
Dude, you're the one that's like saying some absolute nonsense, man. What are you talking about?
You are advocating for something that has
For what?
injured millions
For
of
what?
people.
Vaccines? You think vaccines are injuring
And
people?
they didn't
it
even
wasn't.
need it. It's
And it
called
wasn't. How many
herd
people
immunity,
died
dumb
during? How
fuck.
many people died during the pandemic?
Nobody knows.
Nobody
because of
knows.
false reporting.
Nobody knows. How many people died
False
from the vaccine?
reporting.
I mean, how many people died
Because
from the vaccine?
people were
How many people died?
hospitals were getting paid exorbitant rates.
Yeah. How many people
for
died from the
people.
vaccine, though?
Oh, we're still counting.
Oh, so it's still going up.
And-
Oh, okay. Because this
and
is
you
this
have-
is RFK's thing. We don't
and you
know.
have
We don't know how
long-term-
many people died
you have-
from the SARS-CoV-2 and the pandemic, but we know exactly that more people have died from the vaccine.
No, we don't. No,
That's
it's
what
going to
RFK
be-
said. I don't know. That's what he said.
It's going to be millions.
Oh
actually.
man. Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
And
that
the
sounds
higher rate
awful.
of cancers
You know what?
because of it. Yeah.
No, that's
we all
just
know.
wrong. You're just wrong.
Right.
Again, you just have no idea what you're talking about. And this is the problem: is that you think that science has lost its credibility because it's not
Oh, it has.
subservient to you. That's the thing. No, because science has lost its credibility in the
Because of
public
people
eye
like
because
you,
people
yes.
actually haven't fought for it. And that's what we're doing here. We're actually fighting for science, and that is what's actually going to happen. Yeah.
Science, it says that climate change
Scientists
is real
like
too,
me,
right?
yeah, I'm gonna
Fucking-
infest your
You're a
media.
fucking
I'm gonna just like a
asshole,
virus,
bro.
bro. You're gonna see me everywhere. That's what's actually gonna happen. Everywhere, I'm gonna
So is that
infest
what your
your
motive is?
media. Yeah, that's
Is
what
that
my goal is.
Is that what your motive is?
Yeah, that's my motive. To
To get
that is it.
rich?
No, not to get rich, to actually push back and actually advocate for science like never before. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it is.
All right.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna see me everywhere, bro.
You,
On
what
all
is
your
so
TV,
bad about
all your
ivermectin?
articles,
Hold
everything
on.
like that.
What is so
I don't
bad
have any
about
problem with
ivermectin?
ivermectin. I have a problem with people
Okay.
grifting on ivermectin and getting
Nobody's
paid on it.
grifting.
Yeah.
See, you know, when you have an emergency and you have a mandate for a vaccine, there cannot be any other remedies.
That's just
And
wrong.
you and people like you conned the world into
No,
thinking
that's just
that there
wrong.
was no
There's
other
just wrong.
remedy.
That's wrong. There's
You
other
guys
remedies that
violated
did
FAA
get approved.
regulations with
You're wrong.
pilots.
You're wrong.
No, I'm
Remdesivir,
not. I'm actually.
Paxlovid, these are all got antivirals that did get approved. So those are completely wrong. They're anti examples to what you're talking about. So you don't know what you're talking about.
Kind of falling apart there a little bit, there, buddy.
Are you okay, dude? Who are you talking to?
Carrie.
Are you
I don't know,
okay?
some clown.
Are you okay?
Some guy on screen that looks like a fucking clown. That's you, fucking clown boy.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it for sure. You had a really good point there. You
Where
really
there's a circus,
nailed it.
there's always clowns like you,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, it says the Trump supporter.
I didn't say anything about politics whatsoever. I'm talking about the fake science. So
the fake science, as opposed to who?
Absolutely.
Who's the real science? Who do we listen to?
You're injuring people.
No, I'm not. Vaccines are safe and effective.
There's the line.
Yeah.
There's the line. Safe and effective.
Yeah.
How many people need to be unalived for that slogan? That's what I want to know.
Vaccines save 5 million lives a year. Like, what are you talking about?
Just answer the question.
Vaccines save the lives of 5 million people a year. Like, what are you talking about?
Just so you know, everyone down on the cheap seats, anytime you hear somebody say safe and effective, fucking run.
Oh yeah, because like who's like what is your case, and what should we do for the 30 different viruses and pathogens that vaccines stymie? What do you believe in germ theory? Do you even think that viruses are real?
I'm not the one having a fucking show.
See, you have no. Yep, exactly, guys. This is what I'm fucking talking about. All these anti-vaxxers are just they're anti. They don't think that germ theory is real, guys. I'm telling you. This is what I'm talking about. You guys think I'm crazy? People in the chat, they're like, no way. They're just skeptical of vaccines. They don't think. No, they literally do not think that viruses are real. So they only look at the vaccine side effects, and they only actually like focus in on that. It's insane. These people are unhinged, and they probably.
So just because I didn't answer you, you're gonna project onto me. Dude, that's fucking pathetic,
bro. If I answer you a direct question and you fail to answer, then that's what it is.
My questions.
Hey,
why the
take
fuck
your
would I
left
answer
hand.
yours?
Take your left hand. Grab your balls. Say it with your chest. Do you think that germ theory is real?
Yes, there's germs. Absolutely.
Okay. Do they cause disease?
They have for a very long time.
They have. Okay. Did they with SARS-CoV-2 and COVID-19?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that was a really weak. Saying, I mean, that was really weak.
Listen. I'm not saying that this thing doesn't exist.
Okay.
That's never been my claim, right? I'm talking
Do you think
about
that polio exists.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Wow. What I'm talking about is efficacy within the medical field and telling people the truth instead of telling people what they want to hear so the pharmaceuticals can get rich. And that's exactly what you're doing. And you're disingenuous for doing it. Yeah.
Dude, that's so funny that you would think that you would give that charitability. You'd give that charitability to the anti-vaxxers and you wouldn't give it to the medical professionals that are actually trying with actual science in order to push that. You're like, the conspiracy theorists, we don't get it all the way right, but we're trying the best that we can. But the medical professionals, they're only out for the money. They're only out for like the conspiracy. It's like, it's just nonsense, dude.
How much are you getting paid, bro?
I get paid by Pfizer, but the biggest paychecks come from your mom.
Well, she is rich.
Yeah, I know. She pays really well.
I bet she does.
I know. She really likes it.
Yeah, that's a really good one too, bro.
She likes it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
what is that, like a
it's
4th or 5th grade dig?
Oh, I do fart jokes too. I do fart jokes too.
I think what's coming out of your mouth is one big fucking dirty fart,
Oh, you're
bro.
so triggered right now, bro. You're so
No, I'm
triggered.
good. You
You're
know what's
so mad.
interesting? You know
You're
what's
so
interesting is like
mad.
that nervous laugh of yours
I'm not nervous at all.
gives
I'm having
you
a great
away.
time. And you're the one that's trying to make a
Gives
big
you
thing out
away,
of this,
bro.
dude. This is
Like
your moment. This is your moment to shine. You've been thinking about this all day. You're like, oh, I'm going to do this. This is it. This is my chance. You came in
Are
here
you kidding
before.
me?
You even remembered. You were like, you were probably taking notes. You're like, I know I'm going to say. I can't wait. This is your it. This is it.
Why would I need to take notes for
You were talking
you?
about the last conversation we had. I don't even remember you.
Dude, I've already destroyed you. You don't even
Oh yeah,
get
you
it yet.
definitely destroyed me, bro. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. You cannot answer the three questions that I asked you.
I literally answered
And they're
every
real
single
basic.
one. I answered every single
Okay.
one. I mean, what
So
are you talking
like
about?
yeah, flattening the curve, right? 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I already
Right?
answered that one.
And then we have like herd immunity, right? How do we get that?
I mean, herd immunity is safer. You get it safer through vaccines than getting the actual virus.
Yeah.
Do you know what long COVID
this
is? Can you explain what long COVID is?
has to do with the diminished function of your immune system and
No.
or an overactive immune system,
No.
which is attacking your body.
No.
And that's what the vaccine does, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
It
So that
attacks your
exactly
immune
that
system.
you have no idea what long COVID is. So this makes sense, dude. You have no idea the actual complications
how do
and
people get-
problems with COVID. So of course you think that there's greater side effects with
Right.
the vaccines because you don't know what you're talking about.
So is there one vaccine that works on everyone?
Vaccines target the sequences of the virus, not of like the people on how like what do you mean?
So there's people that have like different levels of immunity in their own system, their body, right?
Yeah.
So the people say, "Oh, consult with your doctor," right? Because
Yeah.
everyone's different, right? Difference between like a Porsche and a Corvette, right? Like they still have four wheels, but they're different, right?
Okay.
Okay. So when you say things like safe and effective,
Yeah.
right? And then you mandate people to take it or else they're going to lose their job, right? Like it might not be the best choice for them. And then you have this carte blanche safe and effective stamp that
Dude,
the
no, the
medical
difference is
industry
because
wants to put
no,
on
dude,
something, sir.
because
Yeah.
because biologically we
Fucking
all have
disgusting.
the enzymes that to go from DNA to RNA to proteins, and that it's similar to like gasoline. No matter what kind of car you have, you would still have the same type of gasoline that runs the engine. That's how biology works, and
That's
that's how the
incorrect.
vaccines work. Oh, I'm incorrect about DNA to RNA to proteins. Okay, go ahead.
No, not all cars drive on the same gas, sir.
Well, no shit, dude. I mean,
That
like,
was your
give me a break.
comparison.
Give me a break.
Wad.
Dude, are you out of your mind? I mean, the internal combustion engines that have the same gasoline like requirements are all going to run on the same gasoline. That's the whole point.
No, some run on fucking corn. Ever heard of a flex vehicle? They can run on ethanol or gasoline, correct? Yeah.
Oh my god,
Your
dude.
analogy
You're
was
so
fucking
dumb. You're
horrible,
so dumb.
bro.
It's actually crazy. I have to like
Your analogy was so fucking lame, bro.
no, because the point is, dude, that vaccines are going to be safer than getting infected with the virus, and they're going to be more effective at establishing herd immunity because everyone can get the vaccine instantly
even
versus herd immunity
Fauci-
can't.
Hold on. Even Fauci said the best thing for people is to have natural immunity.
No, it's not.
I want
He
to hear
didn't say
you
that.
say it.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
See, this is why you're a fucking snake oil salesman.
No,
because you're
that's
a
not what he
lying
said.
fucking
No.
piece of shit.
Like
Yes.
no, he never said
Yes.
that. So you get more different types of antibodies with a natural infection because you get the capsid and all those antigens that are with it. But that doesn't mean it's a safer option because you can get long COVID from a SARS-CoV-2 infection and you can't get long COVID from a vaccine.
Oh, now I know you're fucking lying like a motherfucker, bro.
Wait, how does long COVID get triggered by vaccine?
What spike protein is produced by the vaccine?
What spike protein? What are you talking about? I mean, it matters from the sequence. It matters from the sequence that they put in. I don't
And
know.
what spike protein was found or is strongly suggesting to be the cause of long COVID? Come on, tell me.
It's the
Tell
SARS-CoV-2
me,
latent
smart guy.
infection, dude. It has nothing to do with the
Oh,
spike
you
protein
just
latent
walked
infection.
right into that fucking trap, didn't you,
No, there
motherfucker?
is no trap, dude. There is none. Like all the science, all the long COVID says that it's from a
Explain it.
SARS-CoV-2 latent
Explain it
infection.
to the novice in the room. Go ahead.
What are you
Go
talking
ahead,
about?
bro. Go
What
ahead.
are you talking
Explain
about?
yourself. Explain
I
yourself.
didn't. I just did.
I know
It's
you
just that you
didn't.
literally
Yes.
can't understand what you're talking about. You think that SARS-CoV-2 and COVID are probably the same thing, so I'm like literally trying to like explain it to you. But like SARS-CoV-2 can have
Don't
a
make
latent
assumptions
infections.
on me. Just explain yourself,
I'm
bro.
yeah, yeah. I'm literally trying to talk to you.
Explain your words.
I'm I have been for sentences now, and you literally can't understand them. So I'm speaking in English, just letting you know. Maybe you should like record this in ChatGPT to help
What
you
it
if you need it.
so what is the cause of long COVID? Explain. Go ahead.
It's a latent infection of SARS-CoV-2 in the body with the organs acting as a reservoir that triggers a neurodegenerative disease.
Caused by what protein? Come on.
It's the SARS-CoV-2 virus. That's not by the protein, bro. It doesn't. Long COVID isn't triggered by the protein, by the spike
And
protein.
and isn't the vaccine just the virus to help your body build a certain immunity by making what spike protein? Come on,
Yeah, it's
say
from the
it.
of the SARS-CoV-2
Fucking
virus.
say
Yeah,
it.
of the SARS-CoV-2 virus. That is the spike protein that's produced. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there you go.
Are you okay, dude? Are you all right?
Thank
Do you
you.
have
Listen,
you might have long COVID. You might have a long COVID.
thank you
Do you have
for
general
proving
malaise? Do you have like a
exactly
brain
who
fog?
you are.
Do you have a brain
You're a
fog?
fucking fraud, bro.
Yeah, for sure. That's it. You got me.
You're a fraud.
Okay. You know, it's I get that a lot actually.
I bet you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should start like a group or something.
So why don't you tell your little followers how they got the wrong protein? Go ahead, tell them.
I have the wrong protein. What are you talking about? I
Yeah,
genuinely have no idea.
they picked the wrong protein to use in the vaccine, sir.
What are you
Tell
talking
them.
about? What would be the
Tell
what
them
would be
the
the protein
truth.
that you could use?
No, tell them the truth. I want you to tell them.
Bro, I don't know what misinformation YouTube documentary you just got out of. I have no idea what you're talking about. I only know actual science, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, tell them. Tell them what the science says about them picking the wrong protein.
Bro, what are you talking? You're farting
I want you to
all
tell
over
them.
here. I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought you knew so much about it. You're the expert, right?
I literally we're talking about it right now. I don't know what what are you talking about, bro?
See, this is why I know that you're just a lying piece of shit because you're not honest with the people.
Okay, educate us.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I want you to tell the people that all of the bullshit that you're spreading on these lives are fucking lies, bro.
You're so
That's
smart,
your
dude. You're
job.
so
No,
smart.
that's your job
What
to
was
do.
your
You need to mend the fence.
what year did you drop out of your GED? Like what was that? Like what is
Oh
it?
yeah, yeah. Attack the messenger instead of
Yeah,
the
because
message.
you're
I got
speaking
you.
nonsense, bro. Like what are you talking about? Again, I've like gone over and over and asked you what you're talking about over and over again, and we can't have a conversation if you're not willing to literally just like say the words that you're meaning to say.
Yeah, they picked the wrong protein.
You know what
And
protein did
because of
you're
the
supposed to
fact,
pick? There's a lot of different
hold on,
proteins in the genome of
hold on.
SARS-CoV-2. Which one are you talking about?
Yes, there you go. Now, okay,
Which one?
finish. Finish.
Dude, you're
Finish.
I'll finish you. Fucking idiot. God, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're finished, dude. Jeez, what an idiot. Holy moly. So frustrating, dude. Guys, I don't mind having conversations with you guys that are in here that are anti-vax. But you're literally just like you got to like have a conversation. Like what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about, dude? Insane. I do think that we had a problem in the United States with science communication, but it was with people not advocating and defending science. That's the problem, is that we didn't have people that were advocating for the vaccine. We just had the vaccine and we assumed that people were going to get it. There weren't any people that were pushing it, advocating, engaging with these type of communication, like these types of guests, and that's the problem. So in a way, I understand what he's talking about, and this is why I agree that we should have these conversations. But I also think that we have to be able to actually have a conversation instead of these like word trap games that I have no idea what he's talking about. Okay, thanks for chatting so I could block you. Idiot. Okay, HC Cal.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Well, it's my last night in the US.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just listening to Hoodlum, and I wanted to come up while you were talking to him because I wanted to ask him if he could define the difference between a primary and secondary resource or source, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's where every conversation needs to start is what's a primary source, what's a secondary source? And if somebody has, and I do this when I talk about politics, and we've talked a couple times about politics. I do this every time. Like, when was the last time you read a primary source? And if they don't even understand what I'm talking about, much less be able to answer that, then I go straight to, this is no longer a conversation. You are permitted to ask questions, but you are not permitted to make statements because you have not gone to primary sources.
Yeah.
And I had, so my Pilates trainer is one of my very, 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 very favorite people in the world. She's from Jordan, and she's a wonderful Muslim woman. But we had a very tense conversation a couple weeks ago because I spent 10 years at NSA, and my bachelor's degree is terrorism studies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's from Jordan, but she's lived in the US for 23 years. And she, her perspective when it comes to news and events and everything was from like a very Jordanian perspective. And mine comes from like my bachelor's of terrorism studies, and I spent 10 years at NSA working in a very, when they say like, if you're going to say you don't have the same information as them, well, I am them. Like, I am them.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't tell me I don't have the same information as them because I am them. And that's what I had to get into because her perspective as a Jordanian Muslim, specifically about 9/11, which is a very, very hard point to talk about with me, specifically with 9/11. So she just kept telling me like, no, you just saw it from your glass balcony. And I finally had to tell her like, listen, when you talk about they tell you this, first of all, I am they. Like, I actually worked in this field at a level that nobody else got to work in with it. And number two, it's what my bachelor's degree is. And number three, and this is the point that I wanted to make with Hoodlum as well, was ask them, like with my Pilates trainer, I was like, listen, if I were to come to you with your master's degree in kinesiology and women's health, if I were to come to you and say, you don't understand, you would want to slap me in the face. So don't come to me and tell me that the thing that I'm educated and trained in is just a matter of opinion. Like at this point in time, like we have to be respectful of where do you need to be student and where I need to be teacher and vice versa. And Hoodlum, who the fuck knows what he does for a living, but whatever it is, like it's obviously not science.
Yeah.
So if he is a plumber, if he's an electrician, if he's a restaurant manager, like when we don't understand that, if we don't understand plumbing or electricity or restaurant management or whatever, we'll come to him for advice and we'll listen to him because it's not what we've done. But he has to be willing and they have to be willing. If you're outside of your depth, it's your turn to sit down and learn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what drives me insane about these people is like everybody's been led to believe that they have a right to an opinion.
Yeah.
And no, you actually don't. You don't have a right to an opinion. You have a right to voice an opinion, but you don't have a right to an opinion. If you have not done the work to learn the foundations of what it is about which you're opining, then your opinion means shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like expertise exists. That's the biggest thing. Like the expertise is real. It exists. It's not like it's not something that you can just get by reading a quip or something. He obviously like, for example, the spike protein stuff. It's like, well, that is something that they've changed. It's because they chose the spike protein specifically because that is the handle that it needs in order to grab onto the ACE2 handle of your cell. Basically, that's what SARS-CoV-2 grabs onto in order to infect your cell. So if it can't grab onto if it's so divergent, there's so many mutations that it can't grab onto the ACE2, then it's not going to need to be, then it's so different than the vaccine that we can have. It's not going to be the same virus. So that's why it's chosen for that. That's why those things are chosen that way. And there are other antigens that they could have incorporated, right? There's other proteins that are on the corona of the virus, but we just didn't choose that because that's not what necessitates ACE2 entry into the cell.
So I'd like to think I'm not a stupid woman.
Mm-hmm.
Scientific. I don't have much to do with science, but I do have a pilot's license, and I do fly planes and shit. So there's a little bit of science in there. And I'm willing to say, like, I don't know enough about science and biology to respond to or speak to what you just said. Everything you just said is so far above my head, I cannot even respond to agree or deny. And that's what all these people need. It's okay to say, I don't know everything. It's okay.
Exactly.
But what you can't do is listen to everybody with never, ever looking at a primary source. And if you have an actual professional in front of you, trust them.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say professional, I'm not talking about Pete Hegseth suddenly becoming the Secretary of War from Fox News. That's not a professional. And I say this as a veteran. That is not a warrior professional. But I don't understand when we lost the ability to say, I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, it's in a plane scenario, like if it's going down, if the airplane is crash landing, you don't go, hey, you've obviously failed, pilot. Let's get some new person up here that's never flown a plane before because you've obviously have no idea what you're doing. We're gonna crash land anyway. We might as well give someone else a shot. And it's
we didn't know that a downdraft came while you were in final.
So you're not. That's kind of like what they're doing, right? They're kind of saying, oh well, science, like, there's a pandemic going on, and it's like, well, is it science's fault that happened? Like, is that? I don't think so. I think scientists were talking about it in December and in January. I was reading stuff about it, how bad it was happening. We knew about it immediately. We were the ones that were throwing up the flags that Trump was denying. And then so the idea that somehow it was the science that got it wrong the entire time, when they literally we were the ones that were telling you about it. It was Trump that was saying that it didn't exist. And then Trump was casting dispersions on the scientific community, and people believed him. They just slurped up whatever he said. And then, so now they have an inherent distrust because, oh, well, science isn't aligning with my truth sayer, Trump. And it's like, well, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, we don't, and what's happened is that now where science and policy and primarily public health, you have people that aren't trusting science, but it's all Republicans. The people that are not taking vaccines now, like 40, they're basically all Republicans. The amount that the Democrats have changed is 0%, and Republicans are all vaccine hesitant now. So it's not.
They're off the reservation. They're completely off the reservation. Like what's going on in Florida with Florida. Like if I was going to be staying in the U.S. and if I had any office whatsoever, I would be barring anybody from Florida coming into my state. Like if you're going to completely remove any requirements for vaccinations of children, and my sister is a teacher in New York City, and she is a 2-time stage 4 cancer survivor.
Yeah.
The last thing she needs is some fucking family or kid from Florida coming into her classroom and wrecking her immunity. She's already survived stage 4 cancer twice. It's unconscionable.
If science as an institution was somehow completely untrustworthy, right? Then you would have equal parts of Republicans and Democrats saying, I don't trust this anymore. Science is wild and out. But you don't have that. You just have science distrust happening on the Republican Party. It actually, scientific distrust and vaccine hesitancy now correlates best with not socioeconomics, not wealth, not education, not work attainment, not anything else, not geolocation, not state, anything other than Republican or Democrat. That's it. That literally is it. So that's the problem what is the problem? You have an authoritarian on the right wing, right? Where that is the truth sayer because he's a fascist, and fascists own the truth as a possession, right? They literally think that the truth is something that you can hold. So that's why he is dismantling science as an institution. He's dismantling this truth sayer, dismantling this independent way of understanding how the world works. So of course, Republicans are going to say, but they don't trust science because they've been told that. They've been told that for the last 5 years that science isn't to be trusted. So yeah, they're believing it.
I've said it before. I see exactly where the bouncing ball is going. And the one that you just talked about with like disbelieving science and gaslighting about science is one of the tenets. It's one of the tenets. It's another bounce of the ball.
Yeah.
That I don't want to hang out for. And, there's a part of me that wishes that I did want to hang out because this is my home country. But because it's my home country, I have extremely high standards for it. Whereas I have much lower standards from any other country. And to me, the U.S., the Constitution is first and foremost about the U.S., right?
Yeah.
And in the absence of the Constitution, it's just soil.
Yeah. Yeah, it's we have to have people willing to debate and discuss these issues. I think that the big problem in the last 10 years has been like the Democrats, especially in 2016. Trump was such an aberration from the body politics.
He was such a departure.
Yeah, that people they were just showing Trump like the rallies. They were just showing it. They were just like no editing, just like here's an unedited Trump rally. Like this is what it is. And they're thinking like, oh my God, people are going to be revolted when they see this. And in reality, he just got billions of dollars of free ad time because people were like watching these rallies and going like, yeah, this is awesome. So it's like,
yeah.
Okay, so now you have people not engaging in these ideas, and you don't have people advocating for science. You don't have people advocating for vaccines. Like when the vaccine came out, guys. I mean, nobody. Like, it was just assumed that people would this is like a vaccine during a pandemic. What an incredible creation! This is amazing. People, didn't really, they took it for granted that people were gonna
If it was
say
even
that.
15 years ago, it would
Yeah.
have been a yay. If it was even 15. Like, that's how slim the margin is. We're not talking about like 100 years. We're talking about if it was a 10, 15-year difference, but I don't even want to call it administration. This regime, these
Hmm.
wackos, have taken us back 100 years in the span of 10, which is unacceptable.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's it's like we talk about. I think it's just a use of the power structure, the authoritarian power structure, in order to weed out and expose any political enemies. And I don't think that this is there's hasn't been guys, if you don't agree with anything that I'm saying, just request up. I mean, you guys are such there's just I don't know what happened, but I guess if you don't agree with me, like just request and we can talk, and stop hiding in chat. I won't bite, I promise. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why people are going after, science and the institution and saying don't
It's
trust
the
it.
playbook. It's
Yeah,
the playbook.
yeah. I haven't
And
talked about
it's
the med
frightening.
beds. I mean, guys, that's like I would feel bad. I mean, showing the AI disinformation commercial. I mean, that's just wild. They're literally just using AI to think of this fantastical Star Trek solution that Trump is enacting. I mean, it's so dangerous that he's actually putting it out there.
Well, the anti-science, anti-med, anti-science, anti-medicine,
Mhm.
taking away medical rights, taking away access to medicine, increasing the cost of medicine. Like, as I just told you, my sister is a 2-time stage 4 cancer survivor, and I currently have cancer. Like, I do not want to stay here
Mhm.
to see how much worse it's going to get because I already know how much worse it's going to get, and I don't want to experience it.
Yeah.
And as a veteran, having to leave the country that I fought for and the Constitution that I fought for is disgusting. But when these people like Hoodlum and whoever else is in chat come up and just think that the wildest thing is that they think that they get knowledgeable people in a gotcha moment off of trust me, bro. Like that's
And
you are
I think
these
that
people are never going to catch anybody who knows things.
and I do think, guys, I do think that like there was a problem with science communication and how we did, talk about the vaccines. It's not a, I do think that we should have talked about it more in a good way. Like, this is incredible. Like, this is awesome. This is a step forward in science. We didn't just invent this in the last year. It's been used in humans for, personalized cancer therapies since, 2015. For over 5 years. We've been testing it out in mammals since 2000. It's been in development since 1987.
So intelligence had a parallel issue with 9/11. Like one of the common
Mhm.
arguments is with stopping to believe intelligence, although right now I would not believe intelligence either because I see who the leaders of intelligence are. But with 9/11, there was a lot of argument and discussion that 9/11 was an intelligence failure. When it was not an intelligence failure, it was a communication failure because
Yeah.
each of the agencies had pieces of a puzzle that if they were not so siloed and if they were more willing to speak to each other, the entire puzzle would have gone together and 9/11 would have been prevented,
Mhm.
right? So when you were just saying just now that like there was a communication issue, there was a science communication issue with relaying to people how the process works.
Mhm.
and now there's a distrust of science, I 100% understand that, because there has been a distrust of it. And again, when you have these whack jobs in their seats,
Yeah.
I'm a flat earther now anytime the FBI speaks. Uh, like, but prior to right now, yeah, like there's a difference between a communication failure and a professional failure.
I
There's two
think
completely different
I
things.
think there was a huge communication breakthrough, and that it was Russia and their disinformation and using these like algorithms in 2016 and specifically in 2024, aided by AI, to push conspiracies to people
Mhm.
that were conspiratorial, like adjacent, and driving
That's
them
why
into the conspiratorial world.
that's why you have to go to primary sources. Like
Exactly.
that,
Yeah.
um there's been a lot of news articles where I've been like, that's whack, that's freaking crazy. And then I go to the primary source. Like when I
Yeah.
first read or saw a video of Republicans are trying to take away women's right to vote, there's the SAVE Act in Congress. And I was like, no, that sounds weird. So I went to congress.gov and I read the SAVE Act, and I was like, oh shit, that's actually it's not what it says they're trying to do, but effectively it is what it will do.
Yeah.
And when did we stop going to primary sources? Like, if you don't want to believe your journalist, if you don't want to believe your scientist, when did we stop going to the studies? When did we stop going to the bills?
Exactly. Exactly. I agree with you. It's a good point to end it on, because I agree entirely. It's a beautiful point that like reading primary sources is the best. I want to read the UN thing talking about the genocide in Gaza. That's 77 pages. I want to get through that. We read the Comey indictment last night in full, because it's only half a page, so it wasn't that long, guys.
It's
So
a
like,
paragraph.
so yeah, so we'll get through it. But yeah, exactly, Dr. T. I like that. Well, thank you, HC Cali. Have a good trip. I hope you have a safe flight. Thanks for coming in as always.
Yeah, thanks. Next time I see you, I'll be in Europe.
Nice. Have fun. Well, different time zone. I hope we're catching you in the morning, I guess.
Yeah, we
All right.
will. I'll talk to you
All
soon.
right. Thanks.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. Oats. All right. Oats. 1 second. Oh, I see. I just need to do this real quick. Okay. Thank you guys so much for becoming a fan of the show. It really helps us grow. Thank you to all the top gifters: Kat, Curly, Ducre, Ado, Maiden, Cindy, Noble, Renee, Helen. Thank you to the top likers: Cindy, Rose, Darcherman, Kathleen, Donna, Maiden of Mayhem, Ducre, Noble, Sharon. Thank you guys so much for following, sharing the stream. My Linktree has a YouTube archive, so you can watch the shows or highlights of previous ones. The best conversations that I've had. My last video is honestly a banger. You should listen to it. It's really funny. And all my publications. I don't hide what kind of scientist I am or my publication history. It's all there. No paywall. Everything like that. All right, back to the show. All right, guys. Oats. Yeah, dude. Who's in chat that kept saying the same thing over and over? Victoria, you should just request up so I can explain it to you. It's not going pretty good. Hey, Oats, how's it going? Oats, come back to us. You're walking our dog. That's good. I appreciate you. Yeah, HC Callie's great. Always good. Yeah, she was, Renee. Yeah, she is. Oats. Oats, you're up. Wake up. I know, Brittany. 6th grade reading level. That's almost too good. Oats. Oats. Oats, you're here. You're up. Oh, really, Pollyanna? That's cool. Let's check it out. Factcheck.org science. Oates, you're up, dude. How's it going? Oh, man. Oh, politicamente. Oates, you're up, dude. Yeah, they are not. Just give me one more chance. There's nobody else in the stream in the queue, guys, so I wanted to give them a chance. Yeah. I'm sure you do believe that. Do their own research is code for anti-science. I know. It's so funny because I was saying that for the longest time, talking about reading primary sources, do your own research, read primary sources, and okay. Well, all right. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna look for. All right. I didn't, Janina. It's like disinformation. It's dangerous, and he's so wrong. And I have a problem with it. I mean, it's crazy. Well, let's politicamente about it. How about that? What's up, dude? Hola, hola, amigo.
Hola, 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 hola. Everything good here, man.
Bien,
Coming
bien.
here with more skepticism.
Así. Oh.
Así.
What do you think about the med beds thing?
The med bed? Oh, I don't know about that. I was
Okay.
going to talk to you about some ideas that I have about the whole situation of vaccines and stuff.
Med beds. No, this is. I want to get your. He did this. He shared a video that was just straight disinformation. Like it was a fake AI made thing about this technology that doesn't exist, that was supposed to, and it made it seem like that's what he was doing, and that they had this technology and they were enrolling it. Trying to get the video. Dude, it's so hard. Dude, this is guys, this is the problem. Like when people delete, this is the problem with disinformation. Deleting it is that it's hard to find it again, because it's like once you delete it, it's hard to find it. 1 second, dude. I want to get your opinion on it. I'm gonna have to find it in my friends group chat real quick. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, what do you think about AI and disinformation in general? Oh, I found it. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think it has gotten to a level for me that I can't tell. But a lot of things.
But a lot of people can't, dude. That's the problem, is that they literally can't. They think that it's real. Like when the North Carolina floods happened, there were literal like videos of Trump like carrying babies like out of the floods and stuff, and people thought that they were real. No, Gina, it doesn't exist. The med beds don't exist. The technology doesn't exist. So they're not selling it. It's not a thing. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so here we found the video. Okay, so this is this is real. Are you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm watching.
Okay. Let's listen.
Can revolutionize senior health care. We've all heard about the major systems in our bodies, like the digestive, respiratory, nervous, and cardiovascular systems. But there's one essential system discovered in the 90s that you probably never heard of. It makes all of the other systems work smoothly with each other. Like a conductor, ensuring the different sections of an orchestra all play a beautiful symphony together. This system is called the endocannabinoid system. It has been acknowledged in
That's the one that gets you that elevated on THC and stuff, by the way. That's that's like the cannabinoid system and stuff. That's literally what it is. So, but it's weird. Okay.
studied by scientists extensively with support from the National Institutes of Health. As we age, the system weakens. As a result, the different systems in our body stop working together smoothly. That's one of the reasons older adults struggle with pain, inflammation, cognitive decline, and other ailments of aging, for which doctors often prescribe dangerous and addictive pharmaceuticals. They also recommend lifestyle remedies, such as exercise, good diet, and stress management. And while all these improve the system, it is only fractionally and over a long time. But here's the game changer. The system can be restored faster using hemp-derived CBD. When the system is restored, pain subsides, sleep is improved, and stress is reduced. When the system is restored, disease progression can slow down, and years are added to your life, as well as years spent in good health. And 20% of seniors are already using CBD today for pain, arthritis, cancer symptoms, sleep disorders, Alzheimer's, and many other ailments of aging. But doctors are not equipped to provide guidance, and there are no FDA standards for what is already in the market today. Imagine if that were the case for other medications.
Wait, is this? Oh my God! Is this a different one? This, I guess I thought this was the med. Wait. This is the second medical video. Is this? Wait. Is this a second one that he posted? Because is this a different one? The med beds, were they separate? Because I thought they're not getting to it. But okay, here we go. Sorry, let's finish it out. This is weird. I'm so confused here. I am so again, they're talking about CBD instead of FDA.
Older adults are suffering needlessly. Hemp-derived CBD can help them feel better, live longer, and improve their quality of life significantly.
A PricewaterhouseCoopers report estimates annual cost savings for the U.S.
Here it is.
Nearly $64 billion a year if cannabis is fully integrated into the healthcare system.
Breaking now.
The groundbreaking
President Donald J. Trump
2018
has
Farm
announced
Bill, championed by President Trump, was the first step. Now it's time to educate doctors on the endocannabinoid system, provide Medicare coverage for CBD, and give millions of seniors the support they deserve. You will deliver the most important senior health initiative of the century, cementing your legacy.
What the most important senior health initiative is cannabis, is CBD. That's so funny. I mean, that's not the med one, but I guess he put out two of them today. I'm so confused. What do you think, Policamente?
Well, listen, I've been looking a lot into the history of just how science overall throughout history, people had thought something was right and then it was wrong.
Yeah, that's how science works.
The fact that Trump is the president, and maybe for you as your profession to see him commenting and promoting or putting this on his account is a negative thing. But he's also a human being, and he also has his interests. You talk to older people, they tend to go into those thoughts. He's not promoting something per se and say, "Oh, this is the law of the land." He's just he's a man too. He can propose. He can talk about things. I thought he was gonna show me something about MedBed. I guess you didn't found it.
No, I did find it. I guess he put out a second one, which is crazy. This is the other one that they did. This is the one that he deleted. But I mean, personally, dude, sometimes CBD can work instead of pain relievers. You know, that's fine. I think that's okay. But the problem is that his personal opinion is what matters in what it gets funded at the scientific level. So that if he was just spitballing, then okay. But he's not. He's had executive orders that are signed that say you have to agree with his personal opinions on issues in order to get scientific funding. So that's the problem. For
example, do you have an example of that?
Oh yeah, for the population genetics and the virology of the lab leak, for example. So that they're not going to fund any type of bat coronavirus population sequencing, all that kind of stuff, and that's dangerous. We're not going to be doing the environmental like monitoring that we used to do in order to make our flu vaccines safer over time. So it's a really bad idea.
If people that are in your line of thinking,
Mhm.
if this is not political, why is it so clearly politically divided this matter? That the people who are left leaning, and they were that way before 2020, before 2019, and they're still that way. They're so pro this conversation of vaccines and stuff, and then the people who are more conservative, they are anti that. How is this not political? If people
It is
within
it is political now. The people that are anti-vax are just are just they're Republicans. I mean, that's the thing, is that
people like you
I don't.
also are also political too, no?
Well, science is political. Absolutely. It never was not political. So I mean, that's like a false dichotomy. Like science has always been political, but the thing is, in that what's obviously changed is Trump since 2016, right? 2016, he's an authoritarian, comes in, and what he says goes, and you can't question it. So, yeah. No, science has been political, guys. If you don't believe me, I'm sorry, but like the existence of science and the funding of science in a liberal society is funded primarily on the money that we give it. That we give the budgets are a priority document, a moral document where we fund them based off of what we think is important, and science for the longest time, like we thought that it was important and through enough in our political system in order to fund it, and now we don't, so it's not getting those opinions.
The thing about in political science is that you have the executive and you have the legislative. The legislative write the laws, and the
Yeah.
executive they execute it. But there is something called executive discretion. And as this became a hot political issue, this matter, and I hope that it does die down in a political sense, and we leave it up to the scientists, we have to understand that maybe in your line of work, it's not to your favor that they bring the investment down, and the things that worry and concern Dr. Greg a lot. That's not giving attention in this and this. But politics is about power, and there are limited resources, and there will be a turn in 3 years to go for it again and reelect a new president. But the president that comes in, he's going to put interest in things that other people are not going to want to put interest on, and it's just part of it.
Mhm.
But it is public money, and Trump won. And if the public interest is not on this, you can have a oligarchy of the let's say the people who say are brilliant, who are academic like you, because it is a democracy. It's not a government of the academics, right? And the
Well, it
people
will
who are
be
concerned
if
about one specific topic.
that's what the next that's the next election's going to be on. I mean, I'm down. I mean, obviously the old constitution is dead. It's not. We don't have that 1790 ratified constitution anymore, and it's a unified executive theory where the executive is the one that controls everything. Like you said, it used to be that the legislative branch had the power of the purse. That's how it was written in the Constitution, but it's not anymore. And that's just the world that we
No,
live
they
in.
still do, but they have discretion. They have discretion.
No, they never had this kind of discretion before. They just didn't. So yeah.
Well, but I think it bothers you a lot. So
Yeah, because I used
it's
to
not
like the
fair, let's
Constitution the
say.
way it is. I did like it, but that's not the Constitution that exists anymore. So I'm not going to cry about it. I'm just going to say the Democrats have to play by these rules, and I'm down. I'm down. If that's how we're going to play, then we have to play by those rules. We can't play in the system that we wish existed. You know what I mean? So we have to be. I want Democrats to do more, like going after political opponents. Like we should do more of it. We should go after Fox News. We should go after every single person in the Trump administration. We should be throwing people in jail for disinformation. Absolutely. So I want to see Democrats go after that stuff. I don't want them to fall back.
Wow, that's very harsh, man. That's really tough.
I mean, do you disagree with the Trump administration doing that right now?
Are they putting somebody in prison for disinformation? Who?
Disinformation? Yeah, going through. Yeah, of course. What do you mean? They're trying to sue like people, and they're going after filing lawsuits and trying to go after people right now. They're trying to throw Comey in jail.
Well, civil lawsuits results in settlements and stuff, not in
Yeah,
prison.
exactly. Well, we've never had a president that's actually like filing civil lawsuits against corporations ever before, and he is going after political opponents with indictments on Comey. Exactly, Ducre. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's literally happening right now. So
Because I'm not in your world, it's like if you were elected to end a
mhm,
war, or you were elected to create a better healthcare system. That's what you were elected for.
mhm.
And people, when they voted for Trump, they had in their mind many things, and one of those things was their concerns over the management over the coronavirus. There are people
Mhm.
who are angry, and he is the president, but he serves, and this is unfair, but he does serve a lot of people who voted for him. But that is a normal thing to put them in first, and in the majority voted for him. And again, I think that you have reasons why this is a bad idea and this is a bad idea. But with limited resource, we cannot please everyone. Let's talk to the engineers of America, and they're
Mhm.
gonna say what? That we need to fix all the bridges. You're gonna say that we need to invest more money in this and this and that. We're looking at a country that is big on debt. We're looking at a country that is divided. And yeah, you can
But
go at
bro,
it again in 2024,
no,
and you can put all the investment into new
I
search and new
watched
research
no,
and
no,
everything
no.
you
I
want.
I watched. See,
Americans
the
don't
problem
want that.
is in what you're not lining with how the Trump administration is actually funding. I understand what you're talking about. That like, hey, we spent a lot of time talking about mass deportations, so now we're funding mass deportations. Okay, I understand that. What I never understood, but that wasn't the number one way that we're spending our money right now. The number one way that we're spending our money is tax cuts for billionaires. We're giving $1 trillion to the billionaires over the next 10 years. So, I mean, the unfathomable amount of wealth transfer. I never saw, I saw mass deportations now. I saw ICE, ICE arrests, all that kind of stuff, right? I saw all those placards on all the Trump, the Trump rallies that I watched. I didn't see a single one give billionaires more money. I didn't see a single one that did that. But that's where the Republicans, the first thing that they did was give a huge tax break to billionaires and to cut all the safety net programs. So how that's the thing. Like what they said that they're going to do and what they actually did and where they're spending all their money is disanalogous to what you're talking about.
Well, because, for example, even, I guess we're changing the subject here, but the idea that if you cut taxes is bad for the economy, or that is bad for the people in America, that's or that is bad for the budget is not necessarily true, because you have to understand that if business are more motivated to spend money, then the expenditure of money creates taxes. Like your money sitting in a bank doesn't pay any tax. Or let's say under your mattress doesn't pay taxes. But if you're pushing it out there and you buying things because more is left in your pocket than is being in transition. See, the idea of Reagan economics, or even more than that, or the opposite, did work. America grew a lot in the 80s. And even Clinton, although I wouldn't say that Clinton did the Reagan economics, Reagan sided with the Republicans in 1892 because they had a strong Republican majority in the Senate, and they did more cuts. And America experienced a big boom in the 80s and 90s, overcorrecting in the 70s where they didn't grow. So cutting down taxes does lead to a higher government.
No, what you're talking about
And
again,
I think
but
that
no,
where you're coming from, and just give me 5 seconds, is that in your ontological perspective of things, as a very positivist person, and I'm not talking about your field of science, but in politics, then I understand you don't see it that way. But I have my examples too of how it has worked to create a bigger budget if you lower the taxes.
yeah. So again, what we're talking about aren't business tax cuts. So the business tax rate was the same. What we're talking about is a decrease in the top marginal tax rate for billionaires specifically. So you're talking about huge tax cuts for them. We're talking about how they don't pay any taxes, bro. It's not just like 15% capital gains tax. We're talking about like 0% that they actually pay because they get paid in stocks, and then they take stock they on that stock on those gains. So let's say they go from 100,000 to $1 million. They take loans out on that $1 million amount, and then they take that loan money, 10 to 1. Then they take that $10 million and then they spend that money for as like their salary. And then so they don't get taxed on their unrealized gains from that original 100,000. They're not getting taxed at all on that. So what happens is that they daisy chain these loans together so that they are they're not paying any taxes. And just the fact that you actually think that you're actually benefiting from this at all, when like you're 0% benefiting, bro. Like everything that you would want to actually have money go into, which is like the Reaganomics, the small business loans, the medium business loans, the upstart loans that happen for for techs and incubator spaces so that more startups could be made. What you're actually talking about would have to require some of these billionaires have their wealth be transferred to these programs, and they're not. We're just not allowing that to happen. So we're having more and more wealth aggregate into a smaller and smaller amount of hands, and they're not spending that into creating new businesses. They're not spending that into new jobs. What they're doing is they're buying more stock, and they're doing stock buybacks, and they're doing the same thing that we're talking about. They're daisy chaining these loans on their unrealized stock gains, and that's just what happens, man.
There are examples of that, as also there are examples of people who take advantage of social programs. But most Americans don't take advantage of social programs. And most Americans who are very wealthy, they have to pay some type of tax. Do some get away with subsidies and talking to government and some type of things that is not moral in the big picture? Yes, of course. But in the end, as I told you, that's the history that we have when we lower the taxes during that time.
But that
And that's something that we have to challenge. But also when it comes to budget, it's not just so much about, it is a lot about how much you collect, but it's also a lot about what we spend. Science is not just this field. Science is also energy. Science is also entrepreneurship within the science world. And Trump has invested on that.
no.
Trump has invested in energy
No, he's cutting
innovation.
it. No, he's not.
Trump,
He's cutting it. No, he's cutting it. All those fields, he's not. He's cutting it because exactly what you were talking about. The OMB, they're making the constitutional argument that he is saying that he doesn't want to spend that OMB money, so they're not spending that. Like it's like $90 billion altogether of all the science spending of DOE, NOAA, NSF, NIH, all that kind of stuff. It's all about $90 billion, and then there's about $100 billion from the Department of Defense. So again, he's stopping that. He's stopping those grants. I have friends that are they work grants for these universities, and they aren't doing it anymore. I have people from the Department of Energy, and it's like we're not doing that stuff anymore. So it's just
So I
doesn't exist
understand.
anymore.
You have a lot of sympathy for your own colleagues. Trump is invested a lot on energy on Earth Day, and he publishes in the White House. And I'm looking at it. He supplied cutting energy technologies like carbon capture and storage, nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is very good, and at least we can go after it more, because you are a person that is interested in innovation and looking at things and going deeper. I mean, how deeper can you go than getting in a microscope and looking at things? That's what you're an expert on.
Bro,
And he's looking at
he's
humanity
saying
to
no,
make
no,
it better, and we're making it better. That's a big deal. Everything is
we're
not
not.
just your field.
No,
There
we're
are other
not.
fields too.
Dude,
And
I
the
know what he's
president has
talking
to
about.
do
He's
all of
talking about
these things.
he's deregulating the places that we can do mountaintop coal removal. That's what they're talking about. They're saying they're just removing more mountaintops to get more coal and trying to use that for fuel. That's what they're talking about. Their energy revolution. They're not talking
There's a
about any
little
type of
bit
new
of that,
technology.
because there's a little bit of that. And if I think of like West Virginia, some parts of Pennsylvania, he's thinking about that because there is people that support him and he needs to give them jobs. There's a little bit of that. But he's also thinking about nuclear energy. He's also thinking about just looking at new ways of technology. So,
No, he's not, dude.
let's,
Again, I don't understand the
yes,
Trump sayers. The seers, you guys
he
can
is.
parse so much through Like this is like you don't take him literal, you take him serious.
No,
Like
no, I'm not.
it's
I'm not
just
talking
like
about cutting. No,
it's so tired, bro. Because like
no, no.
it's like
I'm
meanwhile, this
saying.
is what he's putting out. Like this is what he
Well,
actually puts out. Let's put talk about the med bed
can't
here
speak.
because this is what he's actually putting out, bro. Like this is the problem, man. It's not like
It's not fair that you cut me off and then say something that I didn't say. But okay.
this is what he actually says. I mean, I've read what you're talking about, man. I know what you're talking about. This is what he's
He's
putting out
preparing
today.
energy from carbon capture. Do you believe that there's a possibility to better carbon capture,
Yeah, of
to
course. And I
better
think that we
nuclear
should, yes, I
energy?
think that we should
He's
fund carbon capture.
he's investing money on
Yeah,
that,
that's good.
Dr.
I think
Greg.
that's good.
But
Yeah.
and I'm saying and let me just give me 10 seconds. I understand and I'm agreeing with you that to play politics in places like West Virginia and also the eastern parts of Pennsylvania, he does provide rhetoric and also decisions that continue the big carbon footprint, and that's not so good. But that's one thing. But he's also doing great things. What are we gonna do? Forget about West Virginia, one of the most uneducated and poor states in America?
I agree with
And
you.
he's
I
caring
like
about the
it.
American people.
So what I think in your analysis is that you're not taking it in like the size. You're picking out these examples that exist, and I agree with you that they exist. But then you're amplifying the small minority that he's doing. So he's like the big thing is that he's expanding coal, he's expanding drilling, he's expanding this thing. By the way, Biden, it was already at all-time highs. So the idea that we were like somehow not like doing that already is crazy. So already the United States was one of the leaders in this, which is crazy. And then two, he has these small little things that he says, and you're saying, oh, there it is. He's saying the thing that you want. And it's like, well, what is he actually doing? Okay, so I have my friends at the Department of Energy, and they're like, yeah, bro, we're not. I'm talking to them, the people on the ground for these grants and stuff. They're not coming to me going like, yeah, man, there are $20 billion every year. We're not using it for algae biofuels anymore, but we're doing it all on nuclear now, which is cool. They're not saying any of that, dude. They're saying, yeah, all of that money that we had for grants for all the science and technology and innovation, it's all gone. All that money has been frozen. We don't have that anymore. That's what people who are actually in these things are telling me.
No, listen, I didn't say that Biden didn't do it as well. But to say that Trump on Earth Day says that he's going to continue to provide and put interest into carbon, into that technology of capturing carbon, that's good.
Yeah,
And
of course.
it's also a
Yeah.
concern of the world. And listen, I have something for you here. During Trump's first term, the United States led the world in greenhouse emission reduction, according to the administration sources. Supporters say, and this is in the White House. Now you can say that they're lying, but there are a lot of things, Dr. Greg, that Donald Trump is doing that does support the science. I'll tell you this: Kennedy, and there is an arm of that is pushing a little bit of something extreme in your field. But Trump is not the enemy. Trump is not the enemy. Trump is just a president of the United States, and this is a very compound, big country with a lot of different ideas and a lot of different interests. But
Dude, he literally says that he's my enemy. This is the thing. Like again, like this fantastical world that you live in, bro. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. Like maybe Trump 1, I would agree with you, but Trump 2, dude, like he's obviously saying that he is an enemy of all Democrats and anyone on the left. He's literally calls themselves that. He calls all of us Antifa, and it's just like there is no. He says that he is literally just the president for his supporters, and everyone else is an enemy, and he is going to squash it. So it's like he's literally said in the Charlie Kirk thing that he actually hates all his political opponents. So, but I have to be this Jesuit and come out and just flay myself in order, because I disagree with him. But I have to constantly bend the knee. Like fuck that, dude. Like what happened to your American spirit? Like, where is your anti-authoritarian bend of like not bending at a king, dude? It's fucking pathetic, bro.
One way that science can also progress, Dr. Greg, is not only through government expenditure, it's also through providing the corporate world and the capitalists and the industrial complex an interest on providing solutions to problems. Scientists can do that. Germany is a good example of that. And maybe there is an opportunity for this, which I think is just what Trump is doing. He's putting out of the science into the market, into where the market is going to decide a lot of these things.
I wouldn't be opposed
Not
to that. That's not what's happening though. Again, like he isn't he science, publicly funded science has to exist, man. It has to exist because there is 20 years of technology that needs to be done in order for us to get to a product that can be profitable and that created. So like actually the GLP-1s and Ozempic is a good example. 1997, Gila monster metabolism, which is a lizard metabolism, which Rand Paul, by the way, that is honestly his dad. I should look it up. His dad might have even had a statement about it. Like, why are we spending $10 million to study how a lizard eats? You know, and it's like, well, guess what? You figure out how metabolism works. You figure out how GLP-1 agonists work, and then 1997 to 2020, now we have Ozempic on the market. Now people can have a product that they actually have. So I mean, it takes a long time for stuff to be before something is profitable. You can't just say, okay, scientists work with the private side in these big corporations, and we just suckle and ask like Microsoft, Apple, Amazon for money. That's not how it works. Like the universities can patent their product and create businesses out of that. That is what these incubator spaces are. So that is what the NSF grants are for too. They fund these startups and these incubator spaces to have that happen. So if you want entrepreneurship, if you want businesses, if you want competition, if you're a capitalist, you should be giving money to these universities so that they can create these businesses.
But where's the fear of failing? If government just give you funding, you have a PhD, you went to Harvard, here's your funding, your recommendations, you work at a R1 institution, you're gonna get this, you're not gonna get this. Where is the competition in that?
There's tons of fear. There's tons of fear. So there's fear in getting the NSF grant. And why not get the NSF grant? You have to like it's so cutthroat in order to get these grants, man, that you have to do incredibly good science in order to actually show that you should get one of them. So there's a ton of fear of failure. And at every step you feel like it's very tenuous that this lab even exists. And we are, 2 funding rounds away from just having the entire thing go away. It's incredible. It's frightening, dude.
I think that science has to be more brutal, and that there has to be a sense of competition, because
it is. It's incredibly competitive. It's incredibly competitive.
Well, I can't say anything. The great minds, Dr. Greg, in your fields and in many other fields, they shine. They shine no matter what. And if they're the best, they're the ones that should be giving research. Just having a lot of research doesn't mean that it's the best research. But the capitalists will fund it, because in the end, Greg, the research should be to provide solutions for life. And it cannot just be all research just for the fun of it. We having fun. Give me the money. Let's have fun. I went to Harvard, R1. Let's do the things that need it. And profit will drive it. Because if there is a profit and a solution to a problem, then it's because people are interested in buying it. So there can be a more capitalist sense to it. And to the point you were making, Greg, and give me 20 seconds on this, is that if you think that Trump is a radical, don't fight radicalism with radicalism. Keep your tenacity, but also keep your comfort, stay calm, and let's not get radicalized, or at least in your side. If you really feel that Trump is radicalized, don't fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
Because then it's going to be a battle of the craziness. And just 5 seconds, you know what's going to happen, Greg? That you're going to come back. You guys are going to come back. Fauci's going to be, I don't know what. And you're just going to go burn. And it's going to be great. You're going to be radical. And then Trump, and then somebody like Trump is going to come back and they're going to be radical. I don't want medicine to be radicalized, Greg. I don't want it to be like that.
Yeah, blame Trump,
I want it to be moderate.
The problem is, dude, and this is what Republicans want. They want they want Democrats to play by a different set of rules. So this is the whole point. They want Democrats to be limp dick. They want them to be subservient to the Constitution and to make things so stepwise and slow, while the Republicans come in and play by their own rule book, do whatever they want. The Constitution doesn't mean anything for Republicans. And of course the Republicans want 2 sets of rules. Of course they're trying to say, oh, like think about the debt, when the Democrats are in power, but then the Republicans, as soon as they're in there, they just spend whatever they want. So, it's just, people understand the hypocrisy, bro. People see the 2 sides. And I think that you're right in that it's really nice for the Republicans because they don't actually have to be held accountable to anything. They spend money recklessly. They literally create fake AI videos in order to sell a product that doesn't exist. Meanwhile, Democrats actually have to do the hard work of actually living in the real world, in reality, create an actual product that can actually make a profit versus just scam people through Trump coin or Trump steak or Trump water or whatever it is, Trump University. So that's the whole problem, bro. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what we're I actually have to make something that exists in the world and make it profitable. And I have to do all this work. Meanwhile, this is what Trump does.
Historic new healthcare system, the launch of America's first medbed hospitals, and a national medbed card for every citizen.
Every nonsense. This is all fake.
Will soon receive
all AI.
Medbed card. With it, you'll have guaranteed access to our new hospitals.
This is all fake.
By the top doctors in the nation, equipped with the most advanced technology in the world.
Not his voice.
These facilities are safe, modern, and designed to restore every citizen to full health and strength. This is the beginning of a new era in American healthcare.
In this first phase, only a limited number of medbed cards will be released. Registration details will be breaking now.
So again, well, how could you defend that?
Oh wait, but who created that? I don't get it.
Trump posted that on his Truth Social.
You said that it's not his voice, so he created himself speaking and it's not him?
Yes.
I don't get it.
Yes, a fake AI made video of him.
So Greg,
putting it out.
Is there a caption? Did he put a caption to something? Did he say something like
that was his voice?
Besides the video?
That was his voice.
No, but is there a title to the post or anything?
That it's from his Truth Social, bro. That's like literally is from his Truth Social.
But what I'm first you can think is that he's basically saying, look at this, it's a joke. Because if you can tell that it's AI, why would he AI himself? Why would he post something about him speaking with AI? Trump is his public speaker. He can do it himself. I don't get it. I'm missing something. Well, I don't mean to be mean, Greg.
No. You think that he put it out as a joke?
No. I just don't know. Like, why would he AI himself?
Okay, let's just. I'm sorry, bro. We have to like go through like bedrock here. I'm sorry. I genuinely, I'm not trying to be. I'm sorry. We have to go step by step here.
Greg. You're probably right, Greg.
Do you think that video is using AI?
Yeah, it's clear it's using AI. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think the med bed exists as a product?
I have never heard of it.
I haven't either. I think it's fake. Do you think that Trump said those words?
I don't think. No, it's AI. I don't think so. No.
Okay. Do you think that Trump posted that on his Truth Social?
I believe you if you say he did.
I think so too. I think so. It would have to be. It's confirmed like by dozens of places. It's posted. So I think I didn't see the Truth Social.
What's the title of the post?
It's just the video. Dozens of places are talking about it.
That he's gonna post a video without a title. Like, check this out, guys, or look at this, man. This is a lie. What did he say?
I mean,
but if you tell me he posted it without a title, okay, I believe you. Okay.
All right. So then we're in agreement that it's a fake video on a product that doesn't exist that Trump put out on his thing.
I mean, I can open Truth Social and see what title that he put to it and stuff, and
he deleted it now.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you think
that is a concern to me? His age and his mental well-being, it is a concern to me.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It is a concern to me where his mind is and what he posts.
But what about like them using AI to create a fake product that they're saying? I can tell you what I think they're trying to say is that they're trying to create a cultural narrative that Trump is capable of delivering these fantastical Star Trek like things, and it's the Democrats that are stopping me, kind of thing. And this is along the lines of like that Gaza, Las Vegas hybrid thing where it's like, this is possible if we just give Trump more power. and it's kind of so, like these Democrats are really stymieing us from Star Trek solutions, and it's kind of giving this era of like that Trump is like bigger than life, that Trump is creating these things that are supernatural, that he can do this. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I understand. I understand.
Do you think that's dangerous?
The fact, yeah, it is dangerous.
I agree.
But
I
but
agree.
but again, every
Beautiful.
post that I see from his True Social have a title, and you show me a thing that didn't even have a title to his post. So for me, it's just a little weird. Like we on Twitter and on True Social, we put titles to our posts. He just
Okay.
doesn't post a video like that.
Yeah.
And then I'm worried about his state of mind. Why will he post a video? It's like you post a video of you saying something with AI. Dr. Greg, I seen your profile. You make your videos with your face. So something is missing here. And I'm worried that maybe you are being given misinformation. I'm worried about that.
I think that he posted that. I think that maybe it was something that was made that, I mean, the most charitable thing is that he didn't okay this, that it was something that an aide created. And then now, like once Trump found out about it, he said that this isn't like true enough and I'm going to stop it. I'm going to remove it. That's my most charitable possible thing.
Yeah, the whole medbed thing does have some articles, like and even FDA.gov. There are articles about that from 2023. There's one that is very interesting called Warning Letter Tesla Biohealing, and it does have information about that. There is evidence that Tesla medbed generator and Tesla bioheater devices are intended for use that are different to those legally marketed.
So this is the medbed. This is the medbed. This is the Wikipedia article on it.
There is that as well. Look,
Okay.
in the FDA website, in that article, it says, however, the Tesla medbed generator and Tesla bioheater medical devices do not have a heating element and are marketed for different intended uses, including treatment of a wide variety of chronic illness and disease, such as terminal cancer, stroke, paralysis, Lyme disease, Alzheimer, dementia, epilepsy. Examples include yada yada. This is in the FDA.gov website.
Yeah, I'm looking at what's a
It's
warning
called
letter?
Tesla Biohealing, Inc.
It's a warning letter.
It's a warning letter, yeah.
Yeah. So like he wasn't doing the things that he said that he was doing. The medical device that got regulated. I don't know, but I mean,
There's talk about healing there if you look at it.
yeah, but bro, I mean, come on, man. Like, I mean, this is like, again, this is so charitable. What are we doing? Like, what is this?
No, but this is the FDA.
Exhibiting a warning letter on this stuff saying that this isn't doing what it said it was going to do. Just because there's a warning letter doesn't mean that it's an FDA approved thing for anything. I don't know, man. I think that people like, it's again, this is the ways that we have to post hoc share it, like after the fact, we have to go back and say, oh, this is what Trump was doing. This is what Trump had in mind. This is what, it's just, it's gross. It's so gross to me. And the Supreme Court does it because he like wants to get rid of birthright citizenship, but then he just goes back and people are like, lawyers are like, oh yeah, obviously Trump was taking like this meaning of it, and he gets, this legal precedent was actually what we were grounding on. It's like, bro, he just wants to get rid of Supreme Court, precedent on this issue and the constitutional rights. He wants to get rid of people.
Yeah, the letter basically saying it's a warning from the FDA, warning this company to not talk about medbed as something that can function to better your body, to get you out of diseases. It's a warning, or we're gonna like punish you somehow.
Yeah.
And that it's gonna provide cure for this. So
it's bad. Hey, let's go out on the agreement that it was disinformation and AI video that was put out by Trump that should have been put out. I agree.
And also, there's no title to it, so we
I
don't know
know.
what he was trying to say.
I agree.
Maybe he was
That's
trying to say,
fine.
look at this crazy stuff. They're providing AI.
Oh, bro, come
Look at
on.
this.
There's literally a
But then-
video talking about how awesome it was that Trump was doing this. Come on, dude.
Okay, that's correct. But if you post a video of you talking AI and saying crazy stuff, I'm gonna assume that you're basically saying, "Look at this stupidity."
No,
that
but it
somebody made.
was a charitable video for Trump that put him in a good light, bro. Come on, man. You gotta, yeah. That's just you're being too charitable to him. All right, thanks for coming on, though. I appreciate you, bro. Have a good one. Okay.
You too, Dr.
All
Gray.
right,
Thank
later,
you.
man. Okay, Curly and then Nurse Ansu. Yeah. Janina, we were like looking at that. Yeah, that was the one. James Zhao Lu. Hi Curly, how's it going?
Very well. I didn't know I requested up, but I'm glad to
Oh, cool.
have a few words. Honestly, I thought you did just a wonderful job with that guy. I mean, that was a very thoughtful conversation between two very polar opposite points of view. And I honestly appreciate hearing that. Really, I do.
Cool.
I
Thank
think
you.
it was great. Yeah. And I must say, I'm a member of the legal profession.
Oh,
So
nice. Cool.
so there we have a point of view with which I this last discussion you had about the court, the Supreme Court in particular, I totally agree that things have swung way in a direction that no member of I shouldn't be that broad about it. Most members of the bar that I've ever members of the bar with whom I have contact never.
Well, give me a single court case that argued about unitary executive theory, and
Yeah.
now all of a sudden it's like, yeah. Our courts don't mean anything. Yes, of course it was just the executive branch. That it's like, what is this
Exactly.
nonsense? Yeah, I
Well-
mean they're discredited, but now we're hearing those, and Roberts is putting in outlandish things like we don't care about the 13th Amendment. We don't care about we're writing in immunity clauses for the president now. It's wild to me, the Constitution now that exists.
It's been a really difficult ride for those of us who were educated, especially some years ago, in our view of what the Constitution says and how the Constitution is interpreted. I recently took a course in which we examined all of the Bill of Rights Supreme Court cases since the so-called Trump court has been in power.
Yeah.
And it is just amazing. I think the court is still doing its good work on things like, business and commerce and so forth. But the interpretation and the decisions on a lot of the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, you name it, up to the 14th Amendment, are just wild and they were unintelligible to me, but now I understand them and they frighten me some. I mean, it's not just a new way of looking at things like as a constitutional historians, I mean, which they try to use as much as possible, but when they can't use it, they don't care. They just use some other method to get to measuring the rights in small increments, and as opposed to looking at the rights in the light of present day circumstance and what the Constitution says. So it's a wild ride, and I thought you did a wonderful job as a medical professional.
I'm not a physician. I'm
working
a
with
scientist.
that
But yeah, thank you.
with the previous caller on those kinds of issues too. I happened across your program or your
you.
feed tonight, and I'm highly impressed, and I'll be back.
Nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we do. Like, I'm really big on primary sources and reading that kind of stuff. So we read the Comey indictment yesterday, which was very quick. It was like half a page, so it's not.
Yeah, I've read it too. Yeah.
But I was explaining and showing the Jack Smith DC indictment that Trump got charged with, and comparing and contrasting like the 47 pages and over 50 paragraphs of all the different ways and letters of paragraphs of evidence and data that was presented versus just it just is it's such
bare
a shame.
bones.
It's such a joke.
It's ambiguous. Also, the context of that indictment is very interesting. To note that the previous person in that seat, as where is she, Western District or Eastern District of Virginia, or one of those, he refused to indict because he said there was no evidence. So out he goes, and in comes a woman with no prosecutorial experience whatsoever.
It's wild.
And in 3 days comes out with an indictment. Now, the grand jury, to credit them, refused to indict on one of the charges that she tried to. Yes.
And what's crazy, she presented it in front of the
herself.
grand jury.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's wild.
Which is just unheard of. You know,
they didn't have time. They didn't have any time because the statute of limitations was almost up, so they had to get something in. It's like,
exactly. True. Well, this is very interesting. I'm very glad I happened in, and as I said, I'll be back.
Nice. Well, thank you, Curly. I appreciate you. I love. And please correct me in chat. Like if I say something that, I love the pushback and corrections and stuff because I'm wrong all the time. But so it happens. So thank you.
Me too. I get it wrong sometimes too. I just hate to admit it, but it's true.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Curly. I appreciate you. Welcome in.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Nurse and Sue. Hi, One Rockin' the Angel. Thank you. Yeah, Renee, exactly. Hi, Nurse. How's it going?
I am just a super fan. I'm just dropping in to say hello, and I'm glad that you're still online. Still, fighting the disinformation. I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you.
I was on
as
your
long as I
first
can
call.
be before Trump's TikTok kicks me off. So we're gonna keep.
Oh,
it
I
the good
know,
fight,
I know,
guys.
sir. I do know because we are being shadow banned, apparently.
Oh man, really?
Yes, yeah. Apparently, we're already starting to be shadow banned.
Dude,
I've heard.
I mean, I just looked at I usually get over 6,000 or 7,000 views, but I've only gotten 3,400 on this one, which is a
That's
little
why.
low. It is pretty wild.
You
actually.
are shadow banned.
Yeah, that is kind of
I'm
interesting.
having a good night though. I got me $8 on the wards. So I'm
Okay.
having a good night.
Nice.
But anyway, I went to McKay's today and bought a bunch of crap to cope with my life. McKay's is our used bookstore, and so that's how I'm coping with my life because I can't afford therapy.
Oh.
Therapy's $145 an hour. I can't afford that.
Oh, yeah.
Who can afford that?
Usually my insurance gets me like 3 or 4 sessions a year, so.
I know, but my therapist isn't on insurance because he's not cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay.
There's a difference. He uses some kind of wackadoodle attachment theory. So he's actually a Christian therapist. So I have to find a new one.
Gotcha.
But anyway, I am just here showing my love and support. And I'm trying to figure out what looks different about you. Because you look a little different tonight, and I don't know what it is.
I buzzed my beard off, and I have my PhD. These are my original stuff. I changed my background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the dye bound to the carbon nanotubes. This is the algae, and then this is a zoomed in portrait of both of them. So the carbon nanotubes and the DNA and the dye are on the outside, and then the algae is on the inside. And where it's white, like right here, if they're white, the cyan and the magenta come together, and that's
okay. You lost me, dude. You lost me, but I love you anyway.
Sorry. Okay. Basically, carbon nanotubes inside the algae turns white, and then you can see it in a microscope.
I am just a step down ICU nurse. That's all I do.
Well,
I'm just here because microbiology was my favorite subject.
Nice.
In college, and also I loved pathophysiology.
Oh, fun.
Those were my 2 favorite classes when I was at Tennessee Tech in Cookeville. And it was a long, long time ago. before dinosaurs walked the earth. I graduated in 1990
Oh
from
wow.
nursing school, so I've
Very
been doing
cool.
it a while. I'm just
Wow.
here showing my love and support to you.
Yay,
And
that's awesome.
I'm praying for you to get a new job because you are
Oh,
a smart man
thank you. But
and you need a new job doing what you love.
yeah, we'll see. I'm
All right.
I'm applying right now, still going forward, and
Come to Tennessee. We need your intelligence. I realize that we're in the podunk.
oh, I
I
like it.
realize.
I've gone to Nashville before. Went to the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
Well, I
fun.
am in Knoxville, so we need
Okay.
you desperately. We need your brains because, no, sir, I'm not
Mhm.
kidding. I read a paper that we are getting a brain drain. Professors don't want to come here anymore. I mean, we're already having enough problems. OBGYNs are leaving us.
Oh man.
We don't
Yeah.
need to lose any more OBGYN doctors.
Yeah, that's bad.
Our smaller hospitals are closing.
Oh man, it's gonna be
I
even
mean,
worse
like I
with the
said, I'm in
Medicaid cuts.
Knoxville.
That's
Yes,
bad.
I'm in
Yeah.
Knoxville. So I am in a big city.
Mm.
But I get all the time, we get patients from, way out yonder in the podunk,
Yeah.
And if we don't have our people there, our OBGYNs, our cardiologists, if we don't have our people in our rural clinics, we're going to die. We all going to die. And I know that what's her name, Jody Ernst, that was her big thing. Well, we're all going to die. That was her, But the seriousness is, it is going to be serious.
Exactly.
We are going to die out here in the podunk. So yeah, I'm praying for you to get a new job.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
just wanted to express my support.
Thank you.
So,
Appreciate it.
hey from Tennessee.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bye bye.
Nancy.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Have a good one.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Awesome, guys. I love those convos. Don't feel shy. We can always join up. I love it. Man. Dude, that Trump disinformation video. See, guys, I'm telling you, how scary is that? Even as Trump supporters are like, well, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's not. Yeah. Oh man, it's so sad. Oh, thank you, Heather. It's so tough, man. The med bed stuff. That is so. It's so obvious to me that he's trying to say that this is what's on the horizon, that what he's doing. Oh, thank you, Barry. I appreciate you. Exactly, Kathleen. Like, what in no possible world, like Biden made a speech with a red light behind him, and that drove Fox News crazy for like years. They still talk about that, the Biden authoritarian speech where he said that some of MAGA is not good for the country, that they're not actually for the the United States, as a patriots or whatever. Oh, thank you, HC Callie. Thank you. And that was enough. That was enough, guys. But now Trump can just put flat out disinformation videos out, just flat out. And the problem is, like, Gavin Newsom is doing AI generated videos too, right? That is happening. Oh, thank you, Agnes. But the difference is that Gavin is doing it for comedic stuff. He's not actually trying to make it seem like this is the Trump administration putting out a new video, right? A new technology, right? This is exactly, Dan, for comedy, for mocking. Like, this is different. Like, this is a propaganda video, guys, that they put out. Exactly, Kathleen. People know. People can see it. It's obvious. They had to pull it. I mean, how often does Trump actually censor himself? That is wild to me. Exactly, HC Cali. And this is happening at the same time that all those like things with the P files are coming out, and now this civil war. There's actually a really interesting article in the New York Times today talking about the Marjorie Taylor Greene civil war. She is like spearheading this like counter-revolutionary movement because, guys, a lot of people got really wrapped up in all this P file stuff and QAnon. Hey, Selena. And they've believed They believed the QAnon thing. They really thought that there was a global cabal of P files and that the billionaires were running it. And now they want to actually push it. They want to see this stuff open. The fact that Trump isn't pushing out, and the Democrats keep leaking files that show like Bannon, Elon Musk, all on the island, guys. They were all there. It's crazy. It is so crazy. So now Marjorie Taylor Greene is actually siding with the Democrats, siding with calling the first. She was the first Republican last month to call it a genocide. And you're like, it's actually kind of wild. Yeah, they were all on the island, guys. That's what the Democrats, they released some files the last week. I know, Amy. It's like that whole thing, like with the dwarf and the elf. Like, I never thought I'd be fighting with the dwarf. I never thought I'd be fighting with an elf. What about fighting as a friend? You know? I know, it's crazy, Callie. Yeah, they did do cray. They did like 4 pages that showed that Elon Musk was actually on the island. Sorry, Renee. Sorry. So, you know what, guys? Whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like, we are so lost to sea right now. As Lincoln Republicans ourselves, this is just, as we transition, as we transition into a TTT, Trump TikTok, just want to appreciate and thank Trump for allowing us to be here. He is such an amicable and lovely leader for TikTok, and I just want to thank him the entire time that he's just such a good leader. I appreciate everything that he's doing. Thank you for letting us be here. Thank you for allowing TikTok to exist, and that as Lincoln Republicans ourselves, we love Trump. And please keep TikTok going. And I would love nothing more than to get big fat Trump paychecks. And please rain down on me those big fat paychecks. Trump, please. Thank you. Exactly. We should all turn orange. You know what, guys? Oh my God. No, DN. I guess, you know what, guys? I think DN has a good point. I think Trump has a good point. DN has a really good point. We should all show our appreciation. And, I think we should show our appreciation by everyone turning a little bit orange. A little bit orange never hurt anyone. So just turn a little bit orange. This is totally, you know what I mean? I'm totally. This is how I want to look. This is how everyone should look on the new Trump TikTok. This is, what do you mean? What are you guys talking about? I don't get I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, do people seriously come up to news conferences like this, and then the back of their ears will just be like stark white, and they're like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" Like, I would never do that. I can't do that, Renee. I don't have any. Thank you, nurse. I mean, I don't. It's hurting my eyes to just even, because it's on my screen. It's hard to even look at, guys. It's hard to even look at myself. It's hard to even look at. Guys, what's going on? We're back. Whoa. Is that how guys, is this normal? Is this normal? I put back the same values, but I look so weird. I am, Sarah. Is this what normal human skin looks like? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Is this what normal? Is this what normal human skin looks like? I don't even know. Oh. Man. Nice, Sarah. Cool. Thanks, Selena. Oh, dude, that's a great dude. There has to be some type of like makeup effect. There has to be. Ah, interesting, Andrea. Interesting. Twilight Zone. I know. We're definitely in an alternate reality, guys. We're definitely in an alternate reality where the bad guys keep winning. That's what. Whoa. Whoa. Yo, this is called vibing. What in the world? What is this? It says I need to do this. Wow. Dude, well, this is cool. Oh, guys, we didn't put. I mean, we haven't done a vaccine. We haven't done a vaccine. Who's gotten a vaccine today, or this week? Help me, guys. Help me turn on the vaccine counter. Help me. Oh yeah, that's good. That's so good. All right. Well, I do want to turn it on. We should turn it on. Okay, we'll take it. Micro, we'll take it. Here we go. We're going to turn it on. Got to turn on the Vax party. Oops. No. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Yes. I think Gina, you can get them all at once. I'm pretty sure you can get them all at once. Sally May, you just request up. All good. Oh, Curly, COVID. Oh shoot. Oh, we got a ton of. Okay, Micro got 1. Brianka got 2. Oh no, Brianka got 1. And Curly got 1. So we got 3 guys. Okay, so Nurse Ansu, Brianka, and Curly. 3. We're on 421, y'all. 421. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Let's go. Dude, it's a vaccine party. You know what I mean? Guys, let's go. I love it. 421, y'all. You know how we do it? I love it. All right. There's no words. There's no words. Pinky 0760. Let's go, Pinky 0760. Thank you so much. Let's give it up for Pinky. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Nice. Good job, guys. Pinky 0760. Thank you for getting vaccinated. We love people who get vaccinated in this community. We appreciate you. We want people to be vaccinated. Help one another. Getting vaccinated is patriotic. It saves lives of your fellow countrymen. I would like to know how they predict the flu. Okay, jump out of vaccine party mode. Selena, they do population genetics of viral populations. So they figure out what ways the virus can mutate in the future by looking at the mutations already in the viruses of the coronaviruses and the rhinoviruses that are in nature. And then they basically look and say, okay, these are the virus mutations that would probably be it in the future. It's pretty cool. That's why they do a bunch of cave sequencing. Let's see if there should be a video of bat cave flu genomic sequencing monitoring. Let's see. Oh, there's like usually there's like video of them going into like bat cave environmental flu vaccine monitoring. No, I can't find the videos. I've seen pictures of it. I vaccinate myself against the testosterone. Yeah, Nurse Ansu. Honestly, we did a paper. We read a paper that basically it goes down after 15 years. If you haven't had your MMR booster since you were a kid and you're like 30 years old and over, you could probably just get an MMR. Just get another one. Just get that done. Because it's like $300 to do it. So you might as well. We haven't, Marissa. We could. I'm down. Yeah, so Eva, that's why it's not 100% every time. Basically, it's like 60 to 70% bet like good on a good year because of that. Basically, there can be environmental okay, Nurse, nice. All right. I just said I'd have to get titers before I could get. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, I mean, you could. I think like you could also just go. Say you don't have your vaccine card. If you don't have it, you just say you don't have it. Good night, Nurse Ansu. What's up, Icon? How's it going, bro?
I don't know, man. Whenever I see it, I become repulsed, like really repulsed. Especially what you guys were doing yesterday. I want to inform your little person in the comments there asking about the MMR, if she knows that it's made from aborted babies and their cellular pieces.
I mean, it's the adrenochrome straight from the spine. That's what we feed
billions
on.
Billions of pieces of foreign DNA from different gendered babies being injected into toddlers.
Incredible.
And you wonder why we have a gender confusion crisis.
That's definitely not wrong. Yeah, I don't think that any of that's correct. I don't think any of that's
correct.
It's
called mutagenesis. You know, if people are actually informed, if you actually knew about the science of vaccines, you would understand those billion fragments of DNA are taken up by mutagenesis into little toddlers.
No, that's not how it works.
Causing things like gender confusion.
No. You're the most confused
Yeah.
person for sure.
Yeah. Oh, couldn't happen, eh? And that's why there's no
Are you
Planned
Canadian?
Parenthood.
Are you Canadian?
Planned Parenthood right next
wait. You're
to your
Canadian,
little
bro?
vaccine clinics.
Wait a second. You're Canadian?
Why do you care? I'm dual citizen.
No. Oh my gosh, you're a foreigner? Oh, you're an immigrant?
No, I'm a
oh
dual
my
citizen, my
gosh,
guy.
you're an immigrant? Oh my gosh. Go back to your
No, I'm
home
the
country.
descendant
Get out
of
of
settlers,
here.
actually.
Get out of here.
Descendant
You're
of settlers.
Get out of here. Dude, gross,
Yeah, no, and
dude.
I've been studying
So you didn't
vaccines.
you haven't
Remember the
immigrated yet?
Vaxxed bus?
You haven't.
Remember the Vaxxed bus? You don't know what that is, or Tommy or Polly? Or all the thousands and thousands of mothers who came out
You're
with
taking
their
our jobs. You're
vaccine-injured
coming in here and
children?
taking your jobs. Like, what is this? What is it?
Yeah,
Wait,
we
so you
go
came in on a
across the
bus?
country in a
They're
big
bussing
bus.
you in? They're bussing
Yeah,
you
we
in?
go across the country in a big bus and we interview
gross.
vaccine-injured people and their parents and tell them the
that doesn't
stories about
exist.
how their lives have
It
been
doesn't
ruined,
exist.
their
Yeah, it doesn't
destiny
exist.
derailed,
Yeah, it
and their
doesn't
faith
exist.
destroyed by narcissistic abusers and
Doesn't
gaslighters
exist.
like you and your commenters and the type of people you are and how
You
you
okay,
don't
dude?
value human life. You just
Okay.
laugh it off.
I'm pretty
and
sure
slough it off.
you're the one that's supporting the 5 million people that die every year from vaccine preventable illnesses. So
Yeah, just another bogus made up number that you guys throw out there.
but so that's right. You don't even think the viruses are real, right?
No, I believe. Look at herpes. I believe that's
because you got that one. That's what you.
Yeah, I believe it's a contagious virus. I'm not totally
good. No
antithetical
shame.
to that.
It's not shame, dude. I'm. It's okay.
But that's
it's okay.
what leftists do is they use boogeymen.
Wait, so
like
why is
and
herpes?
climate change
Why is herpes
and different
a real-
things to take fear to try and control people?
Do they cause disease?
Their quack products.
Do they cause disease?
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So then,
absolutely. But what you guys done? You've taken that little hook and turned it into something that it's not.
You're the mom super spreader thing with the Tupperware parties.
Yeah, you use these pejoratives. These ridiculous pejoratives.
Oh, you're
on
cry-bullying,
people,
dude. You're just cry-bullying so much.
Good
it's
people
so
who followed your advice, who had their lives ruined by following your advice.
That's
following doctors' advice. Have had their lives ruined, their destiny derailed.
Yeah, they haven't.
And cost them.
What do you think about the 1.2 million people that
stories?
died from the COVID? Like, do you think that their destinies got derailed?
Well, nature has another agenda, my guy.
What's that?
And
what?
You know what?
So you think that 1.2 million people should it's okay
That's
for them
just
to
another
die?
bogus number. Another bogus number. They were counting COVID deaths from people in car accidents. They were saying people in Canada, if you got the vax and went to the hospital within 2 weeks, they were counting you as unvaxxed.
So then how do we
it didn't kick in within the 2 weeks.
Well, that's true.
So they got
how many
all the
did you
vax injury, they were counting them as COVID cases.
Okay, so then how do you count how do you count vaccine injuries?
Reporting what?
How do you count vaccine injuries?
Well, we look at VAERS, number one.
No,
Even
like
Harvard
my story.
did a
No.
study on VAERS
How do you
and
verify?
said
No, not
that's
VAERS, like
probably
my story.
1%.
No.
VAERS is 1%.
How do you
of all
my
the
story?
total
So like
injuries.
no. So like my story, like when you're talking to someone, how do you verify if it's a vaccine injury or not?
Well, people know this inherently. They know what happens to their children after they take these.
So you don't. Okay, so then how do you link?
Stop talking.
How do you link the medical event to and know it happened from the vaccine specifically?
Well, it's the same thing like getting punched in the eye and your eye swelling up.
Okay,
how
so
did you know you got punched in the
so
eye?
any health ailment
exactly.
after you get vaccinated is from that. So anything.
You
so
say,
so exactly.
You know,
so you're
my
just
eye is
projecting.
swollen up from
So you're
getting
just
punched in
projecting
the
the
eye,
same
and
thing
you'll
that
just
you're
say,
talking about.
Correlation doesn't equal causation.
So if someone gets in a car accident after they get vaccinated, then that's from the vaccine. That's what you just said.
don't be
You
ridiculous.
blamed medical science are doing that, and then you're doing that the exact same thing with the vaccine side effect.
Yeah, try going back to the doctor with anything you know in your heart 100% that's a vaccine injury.
Oh,
And just
okay.
be
Yeah, because we actually require evidence.
gaslighted,
We require
denied.
evidence and like that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. That's like too
that's your
much.
problem. That's why people resent you, is
Oh,
because
because
you
we have to
don't
require evidence and things like, oh, that's
no,
oh my
because you
God.
gaslight people and you tell
Oh,
them
you
that
cry
their
bully
concerns
people.
aren't valid.
Yeah, well, because
Yeah,
they're
and
not, and that's
why
what
people
sometimes they're
resent
not.
you, and that's why there's so much distrust in the medical industry
No, there's
and
not. No,
doctors.
no.
You've created this yourself.
Nope. It's
Yeah,
just
you
just
did.
Republicans.
You
Nope.
created people
It's just
like me,
Republican.
sir.
It's just Republicans.
No,
You're just a Republican.
no,
Like
you
you think that you're
created
so
people like me.
erudite and you're such a unique snowflake. You're such a skeptic, bruh. But like what it is that
No,
you're just a Republican. That's all it is.
no, because there are
Yeah, there is.
there's millions of us who
No,
have seen the damage
no.
that
You're
you
just
people
a
do.
Republican, bro.
Yeah.
You're just a
No,
Republican that's tried to politicize
we've
science.
done what you said.
Yeah.
We've watched what's happened to our
No, you haven't.
children,
No, you
and with
haven't.
the most horrific injuries, and you
No.
just sit
No,
here
they
and
don't.
just
The most
say,
horrific
no,
injuries are
no,
the 1.2
no,
million
no,
people
no,
that died
no,
from
no.
COVID, and you don't even say
Yeah,
that they
this,
exist. So that's what the
yeah, we
disgusting
don't
thing.
trust
That's why you're
anything you say. Your
un-American.
credibility
Exactly.
is
So
being
you're
flushed down the
un-American.
toilet.
You're un-American, and you hate America. And I'm the patriot that's actually trying to save people during a pandemic
No,
in order to
we
try to
know
help
what you
them.
mean by
That's what it
saving
is.
lives.
It is like
means
literally
you're
saving
stealing
1.2
people's
million
lives.
people's lives. That's exactly what we're talking about.
And you pull out all these bogus figures and bogus
Oh, like
statistics to try and
epidemiology
justify
and
your
virology and
narcissism
population
and your
genetics and all that kind of
insanity.
stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
we're not
so
buying it,
hard,
man.
so hard. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
yeah.
that's. I
There's
mean, that's
millions of
fine.
us. There's hundreds and thousands of hours of documented evidence of
No, there's
people
not. There's
and
not.
debating
There
you,
isn't.
debating
There's
people
debating
like you,
me, debating
and
me, hundreds of
documenting
thousands.
these
Thank
injuries.
you, thank you.
Of their before and after
people
pictures.
in my chat with Dianis was saying I was one of the most dangerous people in the world today. I really appreciate him. I got a guy yesterday saying that I was very dangerous. It's just the amount of impact that I am having globally because of you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Icon, for
Yeah, they let you guys
thank
proliferate
you,
on
man. Thank
TikTok.
you. I know. You don't want me to. You want Trump to shut me down.
I don't care about Trump. Trump's a two-faced warp speed. You're a warp speed inject. Is what you are.
Oh, okay. So you don't like Trump then?
I don't. Not particularly.
Oh, it's because of the P file things. Because he's on the list.
I don't.
That's why.
Yeah, warp speed. I didn't,
because it's on the list. That's
at all.
Isn't that wild, man? That you're actually you voted for that. That he was actually
who coerces people.
Isn't that
to
wild?
Take,
that you
toxic
for that?
injection poison
You're
shots.
for that. You're for the.
Yeah,
wait.
no.
So it's not. Wait. So it's not because of the P files. You actually support him because of that.
No, you know what?
That wasn't the line for you.
Injection of
Oh, okay. So
vaccines is a form
the
of pedophilia.
vaccine was too far for you for Trump.
Yeah, when
but you're okay with the
injecting
P
little
files.
kids and you're breaking their skin and going into their bodies.
Yeah,
that's a form of pedophilia too.
So the P files you're okay with, and then the vaccine was too far. Let's just be crystal clear here.
Oh, why are you putting words in my mouth?
Then
I never
say it.
said
Then
that.
say it with your words.
I didn't say anything like that.
Okay, so then would you support
whatsoever.
him? Okay, so then would you support him because of the P files, him on the list?
I don't care. That's irrelevant.
You don't care.
to me.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not unrelevant at all. That's what we're talking about. That's the question.
Yeah.
So that was literally what we're talking about.
P3DO.
So you don't care. Exactly. So you care about the vaccine. It's so funny when you guys always say this.
You want to get under
You always say,
their
I didn't say
skin,
those words.
into
I
their
didn't mean
blood
that. I didn't say that. And then I asked you
with
the direct
disgusting
question,
crap,
and then you say that.
Try and
So it's
frame
just
me
wild
like
to
this.
me.
This
So
is how
I know it does happen
people
over
like
and
you
over,
are.
Ame.
You're
It does
so-
happen. You guys try to
so
be this
degenerate.
skeptical. I am such a
see, this
unique
is what you
snowflake,
do.
bro.
You're
You
so
don't know me.
disgusting.
You don't understand me at all. And then I asked you the question, and then you just repeat exactly what I was saying.
I'm debating you on vaccines, and you're.
I know,
you're
and I'm saying
deflecting
that
and
I'm
pivoting
asking you, and I know, and I am asking
pulling
you
an
why you
irrelevant
don't
crap.
support Trump, and it's not because of the vaccine, not because of the P file stuff.
I
That's the
don't
thing
know
is,
the intricacies of that crap.
you
I've
don't
not
know.
actually
You don't
studied
know that
that, so I'm not gonna
he's on the
debate you
list,
on
bro. You
that.
don't understand that. That's what's happening.
I
That's what's
don't
going
care.
on.
I don't know anything about it. It's not my
Okay, well,
fucking
okay,
problem.
so
My
maybe at
problem
the
is people like you.
so when the Zamboni is icing the rink next time, you should take some time out
Why are you changing
between
the
your
subject?
periods
Because
and
you're
try
rude.
to look up on your phone what happens with the P files,
No.
and you should understand what's happening.
I don't know.
In between working
No.
on your wicked good slapshot,
Yeah, he did
you
warp
should
speed.
work
He's a
on
loser.
trying to understand
He's a
how
loser.
Trump
I
is
agree
actually
with you. He's a
in with the P
loser.
files. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he probably has something to do with that.
He does. He does. He's in there. He's
a
actually
dirtbag.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy
Yeah,
that you
and
voted
warp
for
speed
that.
was probably the worst thing he ever did.
Maybe
as far as he
hey,
named,
you know what?
immersed,
At least you're
and
consistent.
unalived, and
At least you're
destroyed
consistent.
economically the lives of millions of people around the world.
I mean, that's
by
nonsense,
doing
but at
that
least you're
little
consistent. I
injection
mean,
scam.
but so you voted for him?
I didn't vote for him. No,
Where would you vote for?
I didn't vote.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean,
I don't
sorry.
vote because they're all dirtbags.
I mean, don't.
They're
I mean,
all
don't.
dirtbags,
Please vote.
And this is
No,
all
no.
a psyop, this right-left psyop.
Yeah, I thought you were a dual
because
citizen.
I believe in humanity before politics, but that's something that everything is forgotten. They don't see humanity in people. They just see this right-left paradigm psyop, where if you're on the left, you think that you have to force vaccines on people and take vaccines, or you're a terrible person.
Yeah, you are.
This
Especially
is
as
their
a parent.
ideology.
Especially
This
as a
is their
parent.
ideology.
You're a bad.
And
You're a
guess
bad
what?
parent.
A lot of people who voted like that got their just deserves of myocarditis and all types of other health problems from what you guys did, and have left the left and went to the right and stopped identifying people with septum rings and piercings.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's
pink
the
and
big
blue
problem.
hair.
Obviously, the big problem is septum rings and piercings, not freaking tanks that
you
are
lost
running
a
through
lot of
our
them.
freaking our streets right now.
Yeah,
what are you
because
talking about?
That's the greatest form of fascism is forcing toxic experimental injections on people by coercion.
Not tanks down the street. So what if those tanks down the streets gave vaccines? Would that be a greater form of fascism? Would that be okay? The tanks are okay in your eyes, so it wouldn't be any worse.
No.
Oh, you're
we're
scared.
not
You're
facing
scared
that
shitless of
problem
that.
in
That's
America.
crazy. It
It's
stopped
like
you right in your tracks. You're like,
J6.
don't even.
You conflate J6 with an insurrection.
No, you
should go
idiot.
to
I'm talking
Syria.
about what's happening right now in like Chicago, where they actually have tanks in DC. I'm not talking about J6 at all.
Yeah, and I don't know. I saw a little bit of media on that, but I don't
Maybe you
care.
should open your eyes, and you should freaking like stop
No, you're
working
just
on your
keep
slap shot
pivoting.
and start
You're
freaking
Dr. Vaccine. You're
watching some
Mr.
stuff that's going
Vaccine.
on.
You want to say vaccines are so good? Well,
They
I'm here
are.
to challenge you.
Dude,
I'm
you
here to
didn't
check
challenge
you
me at
and
all.
say
You're
no.
just speaking nonsense like you always do.
No, I'm
Yeah.
really actually challenging you.
You're not challenging me on a
your
single point,
position
dude.
here.
You have no idea what you're talking about on anything. You haven't challenged me one time.
Well, you know, I'm telling you about thousands.
Pollyanna, which post did he say that he voted for Kamala Harris? Oh no, this is someone that he's challenging them. He's gonna like.
What do you like about Trump besides his like charisma?
Well, you know,
No, this is someone that he was debating that said that he voted for Kamala. Yeah.
Yeah, that was debating Maori right there.
Yeah, or something like
And
that.
he said, "Oh, what do you like about Trump?" And you know what I said? It's not what I like about Trump. It's what I dislike about Democrats.
Oh,
and I got
you're
a
so
whole
crybaly. You're
things
so
about-
crybaly.
yeah.
Oh, people
Yeah.
with septum piercings.
Trump.
Oh, so it's
I
just,
don't like people
it's
who
so,
huck vaccines.
so like
who are
it-
in on the
it's-
injection scam
Oh my gosh, it's so
and
funny.
monetize tyranny. And
Oh my
that's
God,
a form of P3DO too. When
So you're
you
not
wanna
a
get in under
capitalist?
Little kids'
Are you a
skin.
capitalist?
You want to get into their bodies
Are you a capitalist?
with
I know,
either
but-
needles or
I mean,
other
the
parts.
Republicans get into kids the other ways, so you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and
you
people
wanna-
like you vote
first,
for him. So
you
there you
wanna
go.
brainwash
So
them,
what
you
is
wanna-
the
you wanna corrupt
so
their
what
minds.
what is
You
the,
want to get under their skin with injection mandates in all schools across and creating
are you
measles
talking about, bro?
hysteria.
Oh my gosh!
And then,
so,
and then
wait, so it's
the
wait,
most
wait, so
grotesque
measles doesn't
one is when-
exist? Is this
Yeah,
so
a
the
lot of
measles
these
doesn't
doctors-
exist? And you don't think that viruses exist?
I already said that
I don't-
I do.
Then measles doesn't exist? Like, what are you talking about then? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, you guys create measles hysteria to huck your vaccines every year around school.
Oh my God.
Corona happened, that was it. It was all about forcing children to take measles vax to go to school.
You know, even RFK recommends it, right?
On them.
You know that RFK recommends the flu vaccine and the MMR?
I don't think he does.
He literally does. Like this, we've actually read the CDC report this week, and the CDC recommends that kids over 6 months get the flu vaccine because young, healthy kids are dying of the flu right now, and they don't know why. Well, they know what that a disease is dying, but they would know what it's called. But the best way to prevent yourself from getting it and dying as a young kid right now is to get vaccinated. So RFK's CDC recommends it at 6 months. This is your guy.
Liars.
This is your guy.
No, he's a liar.
I know.
If he said that.
Oh, so you don't like RFK now? So you don't like RFK?
He's changed his tune, honestly.
I guess so. He's not. RFK isn't anti-vax enough, guys. You heard it right here.
Yeah, because he's changed
Icon.
his tunes. He's
RFK is not.
His tone.
He's too soft.
He softened his tone because he used to say, "Yeah, if you dropped one of those vials of vax with thimerosal in it, you had to shut down the whole building and have people come in hazmat and take the vial out because that's the type of poison that's in those things."
That's our guy. I love. I mean, as a Lincoln Republican myself, I love our RFK's our guy. I would really appreciate everything that he does. You know.
Well, and his whole Tylenol thing.
Yeah, he's a huge MMR, huge MMR vaccine proponent. With the measles outbreak, he said that the measles vaccine was safe and effective treatment of it, and he said that people should get vaccinated. Remember that? He did say that.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, he did. Man, you're really not following through with our boys, huh?
Well, I can't see every little piece of media, but I have seen quite a bit. So
are you going 5-hole with that slapper or what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, jeez, dude! Now you're playing code. Now I know you're lying.
What? Anyways, yeah. So the MMR, measles, mumps, rubella, they should
safe and effective by RFK.
That's why they got to jab them. Oh, let's just jab 3 or 4 into one of them.
So are there any vaccines that you think are good? Are there any vaccines?
No, they're all bad.
So then why? So what is your favorite disease that you want to bring back? What is the one that you're most excited about?
Yeah, well, you know what? They plumbers save lives, actually.
Okay, exactly. You're not, dude. Why do you lie to me? Why do you lie to me? You don't agree with germ theory. I told you. Why do you lie every time I bring you guys out? I just extract it out of you. I told you. I knew that you didn't agree with germ theory, and here you are, like. It's just wild to me, bro. It is just wild to me.
You know what? To be so narcissistic to think that you can trick an immune system.
Oh,
to think that you can take an immune system and play tricks on it.
Why do you try to lie to me, bro? Why do you try to lie to me?
And you're able to manipulate the human system to create antibodies that so-called do this and that. You don't understand anything about medical science when it comes to the immune system and the brain connection. You know what I mean?
That's insane. Oh. Oh my god. Fuck. Damn, 1 week ban. Oh my god. God damn it. I just got a 1 week ban. Fuck, dude. Ridiculous. So, god damn it. Well, there you go. Gonna be on fucking TikTok or on YouTube. Ridiculous, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I'm appealing right now. This is crazy, dude. Just insane, man. Fuck, that's not a good thing. Not a good thing. I appealed. Yeah, Morgan. They usually give me a heads up. They normally give me a heads up and say, like, you can kick him. Yeah, that was a big fart. That was a big fart. Man. Damn, guys. Well. Fuck, dude. This is kind of like this is what I feel like is gonna just keep happening. That's the problem, honestly, with everything. For real. One second, guys. I'm trying to get my camera on. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Oh, there we go. Hello. I know it makes it impossible for me to do the show, basically. This is like my great fear. Yeah, guys. I mean, this is my great fear of doing and engaging with this stuff is that I have Dr. Greg Debates, that name. Probably have to just do Dr. Greg Debates. But I don't want to evade and abandon and get capped. God damn it. We're worried about this, obviously. Worried about this a lot. I don't know. Yeah, I have a backup. But it just makes it impossible for scientists to like engage. And even there's been other channels that are not even promoting or dealing with conspiracies like that are having this problem. And it just sucks, guys. I can't basically engage with it. And the problem is that TikTok is so good for getting those conversations that they can just join you. And it's really easy to have those conversations with anti-vaxxers. Like if I'm just talking about science and stuff, just reading articles and just chatting about science people don't like it as much. That's the thing. It really is like the engagement and being able to kind of like I know, and especially with going forward with the going forward, it's really scary because I feel like the Trump administration is going to just tamper down on science communicators. Like, why would they not? You know what I mean? They would love to just mess with us. Yeah, normally they just give me the opportunity to kick him, but they didn't this time. Very weird. And it sucks because that guy gets like he's excited now. He gets like that win because he took me down. That's what's so frustrating too. He gets to take me down. I don't know. Yeah, Andrea, I mean, they're all out to get me. They all think that I'm doing the same thing that guy thought, that I was, you know, I'm doing harm, and they're trying to take me down. They're all doing that. I mean, when I used to stream to like YouTube and Twitch, it was like impossible to get people in. It was like maybe one to three people. I would say like maybe the amount of people that are on YouTube would be like 10. And there's no gifts or anything too. So it would be really hard. Fuck, I can't believe I got banned for a week. That's so crazy. I mean, wouldn't they just ban my second account? Dude, that's what guys, I'm normally on YouTube. That's like how I exist in the world. I love YouTube. And then but honestly, the problem is discoverability. People just don't know that your stream exists. It's incredibly hard to get anyone new in chat. And it sucks. You just have to have, you just don't, it doesn't exist. Oh, really? Wow. That's interesting. Maybe I do just have that. If they don't punish for band evasion, then I guess that makes sense. Yeah, maybe I do. Yeah, maybe I do. It's so frustrating, dude. It's wild. my God. I'm live limited though. I'm only limited on my live. So I'll just like post. Maybe I can just post videos on this. I'll just work on posts on it and then do lives on another one, I guess. I mean, it's I haven't, but I'm assuming that it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm still still suspended. Appeal submitted. Takes 24 hours to review your appeal. So dumb, dude. All right, well, I guess that's it, guys, for tonight. Thanks for being in here, guys. Sorry. I don't know what to do. So annoying, dude. I know Parker will do the live line. What? Oh, weird. I can do that? I can still join. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know I can join. Yeah, it was a week-long ban. I can join as a guest even though I'm not hosting the live? That's interesting. I guess I'm used to like Reddit or whatever that punishes really partially for ban evasions, but if this is this is okay, then it is what it is. What it looks for me. Yeah. Yeah. Nice, Morgan. I'm glad I could help. Like I just like I mean there's just no way. I mean Dr. Joe got like he's gotten his stuff removed. It's just crazy. Like it just blows my mind how I wonder like in the future it's just going to be harder and harder for scientists to just push back. I mean, it's incredible, dude. I mean, I can still do the content if I'll just have to do the second one. My other account, I'm logging into it now. I hate that he got me shut down. It's so annoying that he like got me shut down too. You know what I mean? Like that guy, his whole idea, he just hated. And then I got shut down because of him. I hate it. He got exactly what he wanted just by going on my thing, and then I know I knew he always is like that too. But like I have to have people on that are adversarial, right? That are anti-vax. That's the whole idea. So the idea. Oh, I got my first warning. It says I got a warning. Okay, I got appeal submitted and I got a warning. That's the official thing. I know it's. At least it wasn't a strike. Uh, yeah, just Dr. Greg debates. That'll be my backup, I guess. Hmm. Yeah, I know. It's just like, how do I do the content that I want to do in this world? Some people I saw were doing like Discord chats. They like have people on and then they have people on Discord. I wonder why they do that. Yeah, exactly, Morgan. Yeah, why do people do Discord? Is it like less info on them? Less info that they like are parsing? Because then all the information is coming from my computer. And then it's like I get banned straight away too. At least with like the separate inputs, sometimes I can just remove them. And then that's like, okay, then that's fine and I can just remove them and go on. I've never gotten a misinformation warning myself, if that makes sense. I'll have to see. All right, guys, that sucks. That really sucks. But it is what it is. We have to keep going forward. I don't know if my new alt can even has. But the algo and the thing allows me to differentiate and pick people. So it can differentiate the guest from the host. So it's like, yeah. Damn it, dude. Oh. We shall see. All right. Well, it's been fun, guys. Shitty way to end. All right. See you guys.